It's your boy TMI from the TMI podcast, and this is the the Gauntlet Tournament final. So the battles already happened, and the judges already made their decision. And the winner of the 2026 the Gauntlet Tournament is MK. Make some noise, y'all.
Yo, I swear it was like around the times when things were going well, when we had to pack guns and then Asher went jail, and then a couple months down the line, me and Morgs thinking about my nigga doing mad time and his mums. Then I hugged her, I don't know how it came around like this. Then she looked and said, look after the album, Swiss, and make sure that you learn something out of this. And the thought of it makes you wanna, that's her only son, take away your boy from his mother, that's a lonely mum. Protect yourself with a loaded gun, just one of the rules, and Asher weren't the only one. So, for the fact that it's nothing fun when the nigga's trying to put 6 in your gut and run. I don't wanna be another bum, there's another million niggas like me in another slum. But look at what the summer done, couple shootouts, niggas dead over something dumb. A light-skinned Simon for Surrey Lane fell down the trap, body got severed by the train. Come on dog, I ain't forgetting Wayne died 97, but I still see him in my brain. All the pain and the memories, niggas in cemeteries. We lost Spider, I pour a little Hennessy, man, and we bring back them if we can. I shed tears from my eyes with the pen in my hand. I'm just trying to stay alive, can't tell if I can. And these niggas wanna put a shell in my man, damn. Yeah, sometimes I just wanna cry, I don't wanna live, yeah, sometimes I just wanna die. But what am I can't act like I'm not alive. Got a whole family to look after, so I gotta try and not. Even though granny's in the last years, gotta stay strong, fuck hanging at the glass stairs. Time's moving fast, I don't wanna be the last hair hanging around my house, sitting in the armchair like does the Lord half care? They're just eating bread while everybody starves there. Look what happened to the motherland, they don't wanna treat blacks the same as another man. And just cause our skin's different colour and I don't change colour, but they called me a coloured man. There's only so much you can take in when your head's nappy with the shade of a slave's skin. The ghetto spent most of my days in, I ain't in prison but I feel like I'm caged in. And I don't even need a chorus, it's the type of number that I dedicate to Stephen Lawrence. And it's gutted down here, everybody's broke, we just need money down here, yeah. No, we don't wanna work for them, cause we wouldn't be broke here if it weren't for them. No, yeah, there's a lot of work to begin here, but first I gotta start most of my work within Pierre. Cause right now I'm an addict for weed, it's so deep I don't even know what happened to me. I gave my life to the streets for the masses to see. My family didn't like it when I hang around with G. My brother went jail, I was trying to bang out a key. Ran out of weed and even fell flat on my knees. Got off my face and fell right back on my knees. One of my friends offered crack to me, could you believe? That could have been my downfall, but I didn't agree. If I could get most of these people just to listen to me. Don't let the streets get the best of you, take it from P. They don't want us making money, so the odds of us getting out the ghettos like none out of free. Release me from these mental chains now, I just wanna be free. I just, inside every time that I hear another's died, I just act like I don't even care for real. Cause I don't wanna kill my own, but if niggas come for me, I ain't tryna be alone, blow. Whatever will happen, it gets done, and it's gonna take more than the mothers against guns. Cause last year they said they was gonna direct funds. When it comes down to it, the government gets dumb on us. They were supposed to give a few mil. Last time I heard something, they ain't done it yet still. They should put a ban on every gun that's real. They're looking for murderers and they're the ones that kill. Who gave these clowns the authority to teach and knowledge me? I don't care about his philosophy. All these fake fantasies just soften me. I don't want this on my conscience, please get off of me. Cause they don't want me to know where I'm coming from. If they did, then I would know where I'm going done. I need some real answers, they ain't showing one. Why do you think my heart's so cold and I'm going numb? Cause we don't care no more, it's past hurt. I don't wanna shed tears no more. Ready to die for the cause, I don't fear no war. This is how I'm living till I ain't here no more. That's the way I'm gonna die, I don't fear no law. Wanna tell me lies, I don't wanna hear no more. I'm ready to stand up, I don't stare no more. Till everything I'm against isn't here no more. It's so real.
Yo, what's good? Welcome back to the TMI podcast. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Make sure you got your notification bell set on all so you know when we next go live. or when we next upload. And I'm here with my guy, Chino. What you saying, my guy?
All good, Bedroom. Salutes to you, man. Salutes to everybody viewing, everybody in the chats. Y'all already know, man. Another hot mess with this family, man.
But hey, there's been quite a bit going on. So as we know, obviously there was a petition put out against Claressa Shields. The last time I checked, it was nearly on 4K signatures. So that is more than the last time we actually was live. I'm not too sure if it's obviously going to make any noise. You know what I'm saying? Not too sure. But it definitely is going up. And then not only that, we do have her former best friend, Nigeria, coming out and saying things. Speedy recovery to Chris's great granny. She is obviously sick, and so the family's going through that as well. And then this is Jada the boxer, which is Claressa Shields' cousin, also coming out and speaking about things as well. So yeah, this is just another episode of the Claressa Family Show. That's the best way to call it, right, Chino? The Claressa Family Show. At this
Man,
point.
listen, they all a hot mess, yo. Real talk, man. You got Shalita taking you in the shower with her while she talk. Yo, it's a hot.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely a fire for that one there. Still with her. Yeah, it's crazy. I saw it. So let's hear what Jada's got to say. So chat, make sure you double tap the screen to hit the like button, and let's get into it.
One thing about narcissists, they really feel like they do no wrong. And so, yesterday, because it's a new day now, Claressa made a post, and I am not on Facebook. I'm not on Instagram. It's just people either tag me on stuff on TikTok or I get stuff sent to my email. Okay. So listen, Claressa made a post on Facebook saying basically prayers, man, with the little crying emoji, heartbreak emoji, or whatever.
And that's the reason why she did put that message up, because like I said, her great grandmother is going through it right now. So that's what she put there, and pray for obviously her and her family. And which obviously this is her cousin. So let's see what she's got to say about this.
Okay.
And I was like, this is a trick. Like, this is manipulation. I can feel it already. And I was right.
She said manipulation, crazy.
Little crying emoji, heartbreak emoji, or whatever. And I was like, this is a trick. Like, this is manipulation. I can feel it already. And I was right. So, there was a woman, she made a video up here on YouTube. I forgot her name, but she posted the part where one of her cousins commented in the video. And I told y'all I'm really familiar with her family. So the family member was like, well, I tried to call your phone several times. Basically, you really don't care. I got grandma, like, forget it, right? Paraphrasing, but you'll see in the thumbnail. And I got y'all. You say pray for your family. I'm calling you about this and you're not answering. It's all good. I got this.
Yeah, so this is another family member.
But you'll see in the thumbnail.
Replying to her.
And I got y'all. You say pray for your family. I'm calling you about this and you're not answering. It's all good. I got this. My grannies be good. Everyone that say they got this, she day to day one up here with her, but me and cousin Colleen, God got me and all going on. And I was just like, I knew it. Because you see this petition is up. You see that the people are speaking, they're making videos. The signatures are over 2,000. It's over 2,000 signatures, honey. I think over 2,200 signatures. So you're seeing all this stuff. You're feeling threatened. So now you're trying to manipulate people with their emotions. And oh man, poor Claressa, she's going through so much. I hope she don't off herself. I hope she's not, because narcissists don't do that. Narcissistic people, they feel like they are never the problem. They're not. So listen, And listen, I would never want that to happen for her. But y'all have to stop trying to glorify her making herself be the victim 25-8. I mean, she is not 5 years old. She's 30, 30 or 31, I don't know. But she's not a child. Okay. She's an adult, a professional boxer. There's no excuse. There's help out there that she can get. She don't want it. She don't want to listen. She didn't listen to her therapist. Hey, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink it. And no, I'm not trying to be funny. Just because she has the Steve Harvey specials in her mouth, I'm not calling her a horse. It's a saying. I'm just saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink it. They have to see that they're the problem for one, and then they have to want to go get help. So here's another thing. I told y'all I am not happy about her downfall. I put out a warning 2 years ago. People called me crazy. Oh my gosh, leave her alone, all this other stuff. And that was just me being obedient. But I have a serious problem with her misrepresenting women's boxing. Let me say this in another way. When you are blessed enough to make an income from your passion, to enjoy the fruits of your labor, it is to open up new doors. You could even, if you're so
understanding
vulnerable.
what downfall. What downfall? She haven't suffered anything yet. The only thing, she can't go to MVP events.
Nah, everything what's happening now is a part of the downfall. What's happening now? The bashing, the hate that she's getting online. Yeah.
And respectful from other people, and they really respect the type of person that you are because you have good character. They will support your new ideas for women's boxing. You could have been busy opening up other doors for women's boxing as a whole. It's not about putting somebody on. It's not about that. It's not just, oh, I'll put this person on, I'll put that person on. No. It's about being a trendsetter. You could have opened up another organization to push out women's boxing even more. If you really cared about those men, women, and children being raped in that boxing gym, you could have used your voice to set something up where there's extra security with these training camps that, hey, USA Boxing, hello, isn't he y'all coach? He said he want to put a training camp. Maybe let's do an extra clearance of security where we understand what this training camp is about, where they're going to be laying their heads at, what they're going to eat, where's the money coming from, where's the funding. You could have set something up where parents feel safe about their kids going to these camps and stuff. You didn't want to do any of that. I'm just putting an idea out there, but you're making it about you. So listen, I told y'all that also, most importantly, she's misrepresenting Christ. And yes, people don't want to hear about Christianity. They don't want to hear about Jesus. They feel like the white man's religion. They're angry. They're bitter. I love talking to those type of people. You know why? Because I was once that person. And I grew up in church all my life. But guess what? I had went through trauma. I had going through a bunch of trauma with my mom, seeing her hoot and holler in church. And I'm just looking at her like, yeah, whatever, because at home is something different. I went through a lot of trauma that should have broke me, that should have really made me try to take my life away. And I did. And it never worked. God always blocked it. And I'm like, but why?
I agree with you, Queen B.
And now
I definitely agree with you, Queen B. Those the ones who's closest to you, man. They know everything, man. And they the same ones to do you filthy, man. TMR, man, I'm so amazed how it's like every family member is on alive speaking about the family or speaking about her.
Yeah. Yeah. The breadwinner of the family.
Everybody trying to get money off her head, man.
I'm telling you.
Understand why today. So I went through a lot of trauma, and plus it didn't help, with the gift that I have. Very quickly, let me just give y'all this small background about me. I told you I grew up in church. The church I grew up in, they idolized the pastor a lot, like most, churches, right? And it would piss me off because I'm like, oh my gosh, he's not God. Um, I have the gift to see and hear in the spirit and even smell in the spirit, but people won't understand that. That's a way of how God communicates of what's going on. And I can use my authority in Christ to pray against what's going on. Not even just with me, but with other people, right? I started seeing stuff as a child. They called me demonic. They said my gift was demonic.
Oh my
Mind
God.
you,
What the
God's
hell?
people have this gift.
This one is hearing and seeing the dead, man. What the hell she talking about? Oh yeah.
Mad gal as well. That's what I'm saying. It's all in the family. It's all in the family. The madness.
All up and through the Bible, Old and New Testament. It's a gift. Now, I understand there's two different sides of, having this gift, and it's your source that matters. I understand that. But I'm on the right side, okay? And they would get upset that I would expose things about the pastor. Y'all gotta understand, this started at the age of 7 when I started seeing stuff about the pastor. I've been seeing and all this other stuff with my gifts since I was a baby. But since I can remember 4, my parents said 2, but since I remember 4, okay, they didn't like it. They would pinch on me, they would hit on me on the low, they would be mean to me, whole grown adults, because I'm saying something about your pastor. And this pastor was my uncle-in-law, and I love him. I care about him. But I kept having dreams about him. I kept seeing these dark shadows around him. And it broke my heart as a little girl because I'm like, if he's a man of God, if he's a pastor, why am I seeing this? They called me crazy. And that is how I started going against my discernment. Because it gets intimidating as a child when you have everybody calling you crazy and you're not even understanding how you have this gift, not knowing it's a God-given gift. So, it's just when you get older and stuff, you start to understand God alone has to train you with this gift. And I'm also not talking about dibbling and dabbling and no darn witchcraft. And I said what I said. Because I had aunties that was like, oh, I know a lady, girl bye, and the lady's always poor somewhere, barely got anything, and very crafty. Get away from me. So that's why I was a bit rebellious too, because I got tired of people. Oh, I think I can take her to this lady. My dad would get annoyed. I can take her to this lady. She got the same gift. Oh, she clairvoyant. Oh, she this. Oh, she that. And no, I'm not. So, anyways, listen. This pastor, years later, when I turned 20 years old, he committed suicide. And it broke my heart, and I was confused. I was crying. I was wailing. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to think because I had to deal with all this time, people calling me crazy. But then at the funeral, people were apologizing to me. And someone told me, they was like, Jada, you have been vindicated. And I'm just like, I don't care about that. Like, y'all called me crazy. Y'all did all this stuff. And I told the truth. I was going slam off to the point my sister had to walk me out the church. So from that day, I decided, you know what,
I still don't believe her.
Say she the mad gal telling the mad gal story, innit?
She said the family now believe her. Man, I don't believe you, shorty. Y'all all trying to get on the internet to eat, just talking bad about Claressa. This is getting out of hand, man.
Well, we're gonna have to see. Hopefully someone confirms that. But I don't see anyone actually coming out and confirming it, because it looks like they're all against each other.
I'm gonna find out who God is for myself, because what? Like, I asked y'all questions, y'all fussed and cussed me out and everything, when I asked about the Bible, about how God works, what's his name, who is he? Like, tell me. And y'all would fuss me out, y'all would get frustrated. Y'all taking scriptures out of context. And I would have a knowing. I would know, like, they're taking scripture out of context. Like, that's not what it means. So imagine you go through all of that. Yeah, you're gonna get angry, you're gonna get mad at God, you're gonna, I was just like, oh my gosh, you're so enslaved. I, was pro-black and everything as well. Like, I know how all that feels. So the way that I gave my life to Christ was I had an encounter with him in my bedroom, not at church, not an announcement on Sunday. If you want to give your life to Christ, come to the altar, no, baby. I was in my little pink room, sitting on my little blue rug, and I just started talking to the Lord. And I said, I don't even know if I could do this, but I'm gonna just talk to you. And I told him what was on my heart. And I felt boom. I felt the spirit hit my heart. And I just started crying because I never felt that before. But I felt so light for the first time because I had been hurting for a long time. And I gave my life to Christ when I was 22. That was 6 years ago. And people would say, oh, that's not a long time. But duration doesn't matter when it comes to being in the body of Christ. It doesn't. It's what you do with that time. And God's timing is different than ours. He says that for him, 1,000 years is like a day to God. He's in Kairos timing. We're in Chronos. Timing is not the same when you're in the kingdom of God. When even in prayer, when you're praying in the spirit, when you're done, the real ones know. It just feels like, I prayed for an hour. It don't feel like it. And I'm not talking about tongues either. You're just like, it don't feel like it. That felt like 10 minutes. Like I said, if you know, you know. But listen, instead of arguing with those people in the comments, you could have took the time to, if you really was walking this walk, you could have took the time to be like, I'm gonna inbox you real quick. You never know. People be like, Claressa inboxing me? Okay, I'm gonna wait. All right. Let's talk on the phone for a bit. Oh my gosh, Claressa want to talk on the phone with me about why I don't believe in her God? Okay. You don't even know that could begin to break off some stuff off of people's hearts. It's people out here that be going through some rough stuff. And I understand. That's why I don't get mad. It's always the ones that really don't be walking the walk that want to defend and get mad over something you really don't live truly. Because I really do devote my life to Christ. And it never gave holier than thou. It never gave self-righteous. Baby, I understand. That's why people be looking at me weird, like, she not offended? I'm like, no, because I've been there. And that's the truth. Because you're going to go through seasons where you get mad at God. You like, what are you doing? Do you know what you're like? Can I tell the truth? I have been so angry at God where I'm like, do you know what you're doing? Like, you know what? You can keep your promises because I didn't ask for them anyway. And the whole time, this ain't got nothing to do with you. This is for the generations that is coming after you. This is why he needs you to do this stuff, and it's uncomfortable right now because this is the only sacrifice he's asking for, Jada. I've been through homelessness. I went through my mom trying to kick me out the house for every little reason because she didn't want me to progress with anything. So she would do it on purpose, unprovoked. Nah, I ain't doing nothing. You starting arguments and stuff because you seeing I'm progressing in certain things and you're trying to stop it. I went through, living in my car. I lived in an airport for a month. I stayed with some of the most toxic people. I've been outside and had nowhere to go. I've hid and ducked in places that I should have never even been in. I stayed in a trap house. So I get it. And I don't know why people get so obsessed with being a chosen one because it hurts to be chosen. It does. It hurts to be chosen. I don't get the obsession because it's so stupid. You're literally dealing with God saying, I'm choosing you to break these curses in the way that I need you to do it. And it's not easy. And you still got to pray. You still got to fast. And you still have to consecrate yourself. And so As y'all know, I can go on and on and on, but people fail to understand like her. You're getting mad, you're getting irritated because people are talking about your faith. If you was really walking this walk, you could tell them how it is and be like, oh, okay, I understand. I've been through that. Because that's guess what? You're a servant. You keep claiming you're a Christian. You're saying you're a servant. That's humility. People that enjoy my life on TikTok trying to rile me up, get me angry, and I'm like, oh baby, that don't work over here because I know how that feel. Yeah, let me tell you about what I've been through. And you will be surprised that malice, or I'm sorry, not malice, but the callous that just starts to break off of their heart. It is only God that can soften the man's heart or change a person's heart. But sometimes he will use you to do it, and it's still him doing it. He's just doing it through you. So y'all, like, people don't understand. It's men out here. It's men out here. They get off work, they angry, they realize that they angry, they irritable all the time. They like, dang, it's like every time I make money, there's a hole in my pocket.
It
Finances,
sounds
drama,
like
all
got.
the stuff. They get frustrated, they get mad because they're not.
It sounds like she got so many problems, so much problems. Honestly, man, she should just leave Clarissa alone, man. Deal with yourself. Deal with yourself, man. Because I just see this as a cash cow for all of them, man. The first thing she started with was how she should spend her money. That's her damn money. Everybody keep watching her pockets. It's a shame, man.
That is a shame. Nasty what?
Understanding what's going on, not even understanding the woman that they're with. They've been with her for the longest time, but haven't married her yet because you know deep down inside that's not your wife, and you're trying to figure out where you're going wrong. And it's a whole witch bewitching you. And no, it's not just no darn blood in the spaghetti. I hate when people just the first thing people say with witchcraft is that, and also the egg and sulfur smell. And I'm just like, okay, that's not the only thing. That's not the only snitch for sale, hun, with these witches and stuff. I'm just saying. But the Indian needs to be the same men that say, I don't believe in that spiritual stuff. But that's why you're easy to get attacked. It don't matter if you don't believe it. You can throw a ball up in the air and say, I ain't gonna believe it's gonna come down. Okay. It's still gonna come down. So, it be men, it be women too that go through this. But I just felt that say like it be men that be frustrated, they not understanding, and it don't matter what color they are. Because this is a universal issue. They're like, why is this happening, man? I'm a hard worker. Like, what? Why every single time? Like, because I told y'all them construction workers too, they be making bread. And I came across men like, what in the world? And I'm like, who you with? You with a woman? Y'all married? Are y'all shacking up? Or are you married, but you just married to the wrong woman? People not really ready for that conversation. They're not. And I understand, especially if you have invested your time and whatnot to a person. But anyways, y'all don't want to hear me. Y'all just want tea. Y'all don't, some of y'all really don't like the, other stuff. I really don't care. You ain't gotta watch. Anyways, love y'all. Have a good night.
She also speaks some more where she brings up obviously more to do with the grandma situation, with the grandma's health issue.
I mean, but why all of them when somebody's going through an issue, everybody's looking at Clarissa. They
Her and
all
me.
cousins, brothers, sisters.
Yeah,
They should be putting together to help.
mm-hmm. That's a fact.
Hey y'all, so let's get into it. Earlier today, I made a video about Clarissa, and I was explaining how narcissists, they feel like they do no wrong. They always feel like they're the victim, and they will do anything to manipulate you to deflect what the BS that they do, basically. Okay, and so Clarissa made a post on Facebook, and she said, "Damn, prayers, man." And unfortunately, her grandmother is in the hospital. Prayers to her. But I also heard it was pretty serious. Like she could possibly be in hospice right now. And so her cousin, Clarissa's cousin, Chris Stevenson,
he commented and said, "You talking about some prayers, man, but I'm trying to call you about the situation and you're not answering the phone." He also brought up that, don't worry about it. God and my cousin Colleen got me. And I'm so glad he was bold enough to comment that, because I already know Claressa. Some of y'all don't. You're still fooled, okay? But I already know Claressa. She do things to try to make her look good. She do things because right now that petition is almost at 4,000 signatures. Crazy, right? So she's doing stuff to try to deflect so people can be like, "Oh my gosh, her granny," because most people, they love their grandmas. They love
Damn, you
their
see the
grandfathers.
hate?
They love their great. Let me tell you something. My
TM, you
Talk
see
to
that hate? She even showing the number of the petition that's trying to take her cousin or sister, that whatever the hell it is.
cousin.
Yo, they wicked, yo. They wicked, yo.
Mm-hmm.
great grandfather on my mom's side was the glue of the family, and he is missed dearly. I miss him so much. I'm so grateful that I had a privilege to not just meet him, but to know him as my great grandfather, you know? And so I know the memories that I have had with him. And other people, they were raised by their great grandparents or grandparents. And it's just like the smells, how they used to smell, the scent, the cologne and stuff, that, or the musk that they used to wear, or the shows they used to watch, what they used to feed us, the things they used to say, how they didn't play, all has an effect on us. So when you're bringing up your grandmother really just to get attention so people can feel bad for you, and you don't even care enough to go visit her, is crazy. You hop on a flight to go.
Yeah, they were saying, wow, grandmother, great grandmother's in hospital. She on vacation. That's what they're saying.
Out of town and go on vacation, but you won't hop on a flight to go see your granny that's in hospice. If you know anything about hospice, it's nothing to play with, and it is a very excruciating process. My grandma, she went through this with her spouse in 2023, and she's a tough cookie. She a strong lady, but I know she was hurt from that. And I had to tell my grandma, like, for one, you need to move because of the condition of her home. But also, she needed that fresh start because his process started in that house. And I told my grandma, I said, with what's lingering around this home, you cannot stay here. You need a new beginning. And so I'm so glad that she decided to do what was best for her and leave. And I also had to tell her, like, hey, you are not a homeless shelter. So please stop taking everybody in. You've done your job. You've raised everybody. You've even took us in when we had nowhere to go. Okay. My parents, me, my sister, we were young, we were real little, and we were all cooped up in that room in her home behind Granny Paw out in Norfolk, Virginia. She has done her job. So I decided to go that deep because it is that deep with us, with a lot of us and our grandparents. So for you to try to play in our face like that to deflect what you're doing is crazy. Now, as quick as we were to make a petition, and almost get it's probably about 4,000 signatures now, because I saw that it was like, what, 3,939 signatures the last time I checked. So as quick as we were to make that petition so she can get up out of here, we should make a GoFundMe, but Chris should make it because this is what Charlita said. So let's hear what Charlita had to say. Don't play with me about my granny. Okay? Our family is really going through some shit. I don't give a fuck about a celebrity cousin making a fake post talking about some pray for my family. That is banned from going up there, just like the boxing commission is trying to ban her from boxing again. See what I'm saying? Like, I don't got time for this, okay? And for all you bloggers out there talking about a supposed cousin, no, Chris is our real blood cousin. It ain't no supposedly to that. Chris been holding our granny down for a long time. So when y'all get on these blogs and y'all get to be talking about some supposed cousin or supposed grandma, don't speak on some shit if you don't know what the fuck you talking about. And that's real spit. Don't play with me about my mother granny, and please don't play with me about my mother family, because I'll slap all you bloggers included. Now tread lightly and have the day you deserve. Is you and I ain't mad at her. I ain't mad at her, because please do not bring up my granny, all right? And you on some mess. But listen, I really feel like, Chris, please put up a GoFundMe. Put up a GoFundMe, because this stuff happens fast. And to be under a lot of stress and pressure like that, I get it. I understand. Please put up a GoFundMe. If anyone, when he does it, I hope he does, give me the link so I can put it under my community tab, and let's give y'all $1, $5. Come on now. You probably
Look,
gonna get a
they
big mouth
love some free
today. Like,
money. They
please
love
just
free money, man. They love
Nah,
them some free
definitely
money.
do. Mm-hmm. That's a fact.
something, $1 or $5, because obviously the $8 million person don't want to help her own family. It's 90K on my wrist. It's all this stuff. You made sure you decided to wear the bracelet. Shout out to Boxing Ego for bringing that up, because I peeped that too. You putting all these pictures on first class Delta, all this other stuff, but you don't want to go visit your granny. You will hop on a flight to go on vacation during the time your granny is in hospice, but you don't want to go see her. You don't want to, like, come on now. But you're making it seem like you're so crushed. Baby, vacation where? I would be toe up. Let it be somebody I love that has really been made an impact on my life. Vacation where? I'm not going on a vacation. I'm trying to see what I can do. So as quick as we were to make a petition, Chris and Chris alone, please put up a GoFundMe, okay? So we can give. And if no one told you, thank you for taking care of your grandmother, because a lot of people do not do that. So thank you for taking the time to take care of her. I know it's not easy. I have a lot of personal experiences just with dealing with family that wasn't well. And I know, especially with the hospice process, that is a dark time. And so I'm just doing what I can to help. Okay. I'm tired of people, I got 8 million this, 8 million that. I hope Alicia sue
You
8
see,
million.
that's why they mad. That's
That's
why
just
they
crazy.
hunting for her.
Anyways, like I said, make the go.
Why?
That's exactly why they hunting, because she keep putting it out there that she got 8 million. That she got 8 million, 8 million. So they all going gunning for her right now.
Yeah, because they're a family and they're not getting none.
Fund me. Somebody get the link. Make sure it's actually Chris. It needs to be on his Facebook page. I need to see that it's on his Facebook page so that we can get this going, because baby, this stuff happens fast. When death happens, well, it happens fast. But to also hear that, you're going around talking about something, you got all this money, your grandma, while her home in foreclosure, all this stuff. Don't keep bringing up your granny and situation, because it's not the first time I heard about it. Don't keep bringing her up if you're not going to try to take care of her. Now, I'm not saying you got to take care of everybody, but if you're saying this the one that helped raise me, this the one that this the one that what, then do something. If you have some humility, and if you don't got the money, just say that. If you come out clean right now and you say, y'all, I'm gonna keep it real with you, I apologize, this, that, and the third, I was wrong, sorry for calling y'all broke, sorry for this, but the truth is, we broke, we don't really got the money for real, XYZ, whatever else you want to say, we need help. People would appreciate that, and they would give, because it's Claressa. Humility comes a long way. Humility goes a long way. You would be surprised. And I feel like she deserves a proper burial. She does. Everybody has had nothing but good things to say about her. She deserves a proper burial, regardless. And so
Okay,
can
so
we do
chip
that,
in
y'all?
then.
Facts.
I want to see if they're gonna chip in, man, because they not talking about chipping in. They talking about her pain.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, they corny as hell, man. And people be, I mean, yeah, of course, it's the end of the day. They love the nasty stuff, just like the messy stuff. You know, that's why we do this. That's why we do these lives. But yo, these people are truly money hungry for real, man. That's the only reason they hate her.
No, you're not wrong.
Chris, can you please take the time to put that there? Despite what happened between me and Claressa, I still got love for some of the family. You know, that was between me and her. You know, some of them was wilding and doing too much, you know, and siding with her, knowing that she was the problem. But I still got love. You know, I have shown that with my actions, especially with her niece. But shit, oh my gosh, I just know she's a grown woman now. This is so weird. This is so crazy. Oh my gosh. Like she's not 16 no more. I just know she's a whole grown woman. But I still got love for some of them, you know? And heck, a lot of our families is dysfunctional, you know? So can we do that? Chris, can you put up a GoFundMe? And can we get the link going around? Because as quick as we were to make this petition, y'all, we can chip in and help. It's so sad that we got to do this. If somebody claiming to be a millionaire and all this other mess. Love y'all. Have a good one. Let me know about that link, please.
I like as well that you always come and f*** with culture as well, you know. You f*** with culture. I see a lot of certain men they'll go certain places, but they're not coming to really f*** with cultural kind of, you know, this kind of in touch pod. You always pull up. You always pull up. You'll always call or whatever and pull up here. Like when I get the call saying, yeah, you want to pull up, I'm like, yeah, well, obviously, when, innit? Let's get that done, innit? When do you want to get this done, bro?
I had to. I really wanted to pull up for the simple fact that, again, if I'm going to start doing all of these spaces, the best thing for me to do is to advertise it in a space that I respect. Do you know where I'm coming from? And I have a huge amount of respect for a lot of people, but just not the way I have a respect for you and a couple of other people. I think it's the consistency of who you are, which demands respect. I don't even have a choice. Whereas other people, because of maybe the way they've been in the past 2-3 years, they're giving me the opportunity to go, I mean, 3 years ago I was doing this, but today, like, you've joined the attention brigade. And I just don't want people that have a good skill set to want attention. Because when I was growing up, that weren't cool. Respect was so cool. Staying quiet was so cool. Be it like, you know, I'm coming from, not letting everyone know your movements was so cool. 100%. So that's the principles I've grown up on. I don't believe it should change. And if anybody believes it's, you know, it's worth exposing yourself and saying everything, just take a look at the people that are doing it right now and ask yourself, does that look like happiness?
It's the truth, man. We got to get to it now. We're going to have to start getting to it.
Oh, I hate you, man. Because you know what? Yeah, I feel like you're asking these questions because we're going to get to the proper stuff soon. And here
No. Just ask.
Yeah,
I've always got to ask. These questions are important, bro.
Yeah.
Everything's important, bro. Everything's important, dog. I'm just happy to see my bridge lit, so I can't just... I'm asking the relevant questions. How's the children? They're good?
I've got a flight tomorrow to go and see them, man. I've had such a busy week, 2 weeks, but yeah, I had to say I've got to watch the Champions League final with the kids and miss the parade and just spend time with them because that's just been working. So
yeah. No, I hear it, man. As long as they're good and everything's good. Right, where should we start?
Salute to Poet. That there is something we're gonna have to touch on too. You know, that Poet joint still, because niggas getting robbed. But then, where is it? Did you see the nip slip from Claressa? Did you see that? The nip slip, chat. Let me know if you saw the nip slip. That was crazy. That was crazy. Hold on, where is it? Let me get this up real quick. Cause this was crazy.
Now we got to get into this. Nigeria, she is going off on Facebook, coming for Claressa, and she wants to go live. She's saying that she's supposed to be going live today at 6 o'clock because she's tired of the BS and she wants to drop her receipts. And I guess I'll kind of tune in. It's like, I want to see what she has to say. I don't know how long she's going to be live for because I literally just got home, not even an hour ago. And I'm like, let me check my timeline and boom, here we are. I'm like, let me get into the video because I don't want to fall behind on this. I'm like, let me get into what she's been saying and then take it from there. Now, her and Claressa used to be best friends. Like I said, the last time I have seen Nigeria with Claressa was in February at the Fran Sean fight. And I believe ever since then, or in between that time, they fell out. And it's been a lot of going back and forth. You know, Claressa loves to text people and go off, and you know how she does with people that she knows. And they've been going back and forth for a minute now. And Nigeria had said she was going to go live before, and she didn't do it because she wants to do it on her own platform because she, I guess, wants to monetize off of it and doesn't want to go on other people, someone else's platform and interview with them. I think she's waiting to get a subscriber count up or something like that. She's waiting to get, but she says that she's going to go live today at 6 o'clock. Now, will I watch the whole live? It all depends, because I'm getting this video out and I still have other things I have to take care of. So I will try, but we'll see how it goes, because I know it will make its rounds, whatever she says. And she's welcoming bloggers to report on it. So let's start with what she was saying. This was one of the first posts I saw. And she says, let's talk about how destiny swapping is a real thing. An MFer will really try to live another person's whole life, from how they dress, what they do for a living, to even wanting who they are with. The ish is kind of creepy and scary, but I firsthand watched it happen before. So, I mean, come on, y'all. We know who she's talking about and what she's talking about. Obviously, Claressa, watching Remy and Papoose be together on Love and Hip Hop as a fan, and then wanting her whole lifestyle, swag, look, everything, right? I mean, she started with that because she was there for it. She knows and watched Claressa want to be Remy. So she started with that. I could have missed some other posts because I just want to get the important stuff. You know, I'm not trying to just repost her whole timeline, but just the things that I know she's referring to Claressa or what's going on between them two. So it was that was one of the first things I saw. And then she gets into this. Now she gets direct and says her name. She says, Claressa, you out the country on your dime. Not a flex, boo. Wear the Chanel purse. I think it's supposed to say got. Okay, wear the Chanel purse got, I guess, that Pawn Poos bought you, and it disappeared and you had to repurchase it yourself, boo. I don't give a F about no money being offered for no interviews. Once an MF get to talking about my kids to people, all bets is off. B, I'll take it there today. She said, I'm irritated today. Like real ish. Enough is enough. So now she's letting it be known that Claressa on vacation, she paid for that. That whole Delta thing she posted on the plane, you know, she paid for that, allegedly, right? She's saying not a flex. Then that Chanel purse, because remember, Claressa wanted that $30,000 bag when she was window shopping. And then she must not have gotten that because she never showed the gifts that she got, but she did show a purse. And I'm assuming this is the purse that Nigeria is talking about, the Chanel purse. She said that Pawn Poos bought and it disappeared and you had to repurchase. Oh my God. This is bad, y'all. This is so bad. This is a problem. This is a porn problem. Oh my goodness. Oh. So things are being pawned and she's repurchasing it, just like you guys were saying about that bracelet. Let me tell y'all be having my comment section lit, except for the ones that talk crazy and get deleted. Now, y'all was saying that in the comments. Y'all was saying that that she went and got the bracelet just to show. Oh, this is so funny to me. I got tears starting to come down my face right now. Oh, okay. So you heard her. The Chanel bag that she had to repurchase herself. So this was the birthday gift. Oh, okay. Let me stop. All right. So you see, she said that about the bag. And then she says in the other piece of the comment or post, she said, trying to ish on me when you tried to do everything I did. You started rapping instead of helping your quote unquote friend push her music, not even money wise. So apparently Nigeria was doing music first. So she said, you started rapping instead of helping your friend push her music, not even money wise. I wore a fitted hat that B said she ain't like it. 2 days later, started wearing fitted hats. I asked her, could she get me in touch with On the Radar? I'll even pay. I just need a direct contact. They don't respond to my DMs. She told me she didn't have the pull for that. Then boom, turned around and went on the radar. Like, who really jealous of who? So is Nigeria saying that Claressa tried to or pursued music with Maserati Bud because Nigeria was doing music? And then she put her on to wearing fitted caps? Is this why we saw Claressa walking around with fitted caps just out the blue? It was because Nigeria. Okay. See, this is not a friendship. This was never a friendship if it was like that. And I did hear, I don't know if it was Shalita, someone said that back when I guess Nigeria and Claressa were younger, that like Claressa used to be made fun of and Nigeria was one of those people. And then they became friends after. Because, you know, sometimes you don't get along with people, but it's like, it's different from just not getting along with somebody in school to somebody bullying you. And then it's like, oh, we become friends off you bullying me. So that sounds crazy. But apparently, you know, it was some type of friction in the beginning of their friendship. And then they turned out just, you know, getting older and just whatever, putting it behind them and just being friends. But if these things were happening before they actually fell out, that just shows how it's messy. Like Claressa falls out with everybody. And I'm not trying to sit and say Nigeria is 100% innocent. I don't know their full friendship, but I see the pattern of Claressa always falling out with people. Like always falling out with people. You see her being cool with them and then they fall out and it's just a big thing. So this is just crazy. And Nigeria is ready to talk, and I'm gonna have to figure out how to catch this live. But let's continue to the next part. It's only a couple of slides. I didn't get too much, but let's just get through what I did get. So now this one, Nigeria posts her link on YouTube to subscribe. She said, I get 1K by 6 p.m. I'm going live with receipts. I don't care what blogger screenshot and what. Today is the day, and I wasn't even going to ever do all this. But yeah, so she puts the link to her YouTube. Then here go Claressa's sister, Lulu mommy. She said, you in that house on her dime too, B. Shut the F up. And then Nigeria goes, how? She don't even own this B no more. Ain't owned it since March, my baby. And then I was a screenshot of some paperwork. And then Lula says, then what the F did you ever do that another B ever wanted? LMAO, you received help, B. And Nigeria goes, help with what? Housing? In a house she don't own no more? And if we talking about help, let's talk about it. I helped that B as well. Anytime she needed me, I dropped everything. Like, what is that? Like Craig's in trouble. I've did her hundreds of hairstyles, didn't charge her for ish. I flew to Florida, took down some K-tips for her that somebody was charging $2,500 plus travel to do. I did her a closure sew-in and braids while I was there and received $500. I've been in this house going on 2 years in June, and out of 2 years, I was with her damn near 10 months. House was just sitting. The receipts speak for itself. I was in Atlanta more than I was here, literally. And then you see someone commented, I guess someone that knows them or whoever this person is, Janae, underneath says, Gwoat came from Nye the Goat. She added the W, but I'ma mind my business. So is that where GWOAT came from? Because Nigeria, I guess that's been her nickname, not the GOAT, and then Claressa added the W. I mean, I don't know, but this is what is being said, okay? So Nigeria is saying, look, I've been doing your hair for free, not charging you. And it's like we doing favors for each other type of thing. That's her defense. Now the rest of the comments, this other slide, she put, I think she dropped a receipt of a payment. So she goes, and show the dates. B, we started paying you rent in February when my man touched down and got the letter to vacate end of February. Still sent you $600 because you were supposed to handle it. No, I wasn't finna send the other $400 until I knew you got the house back, in which you didn't. So why the F would I continue to have my man give you money? I'll wait. She drops a receipt of paying $900. And then the other screenshot, let me see on my phone because I can't see what that is. I think it's a receipt. The one on the right. Let me see what that is. Oh, it's just a receipt that money was sent, the $600. So that's what that shows. And she said, technically, I need my cheese back for both March and April. You no longer own the house. So she's saying she paid when Claressa no longer owned the house and she wants her money back for that. Now, I believe it's one more part to this, and then we'll leave off until afterwards because I have a couple things to do. So here goes Lula again, and she goes, okay, then pay all the rest of the months you live there rent-free, B. Shut the F up. You paid rent twice and lived there 19 months. And Nigeria goes, B, that was the plan. And when I charge my phone, you will see. B, they tried to use me as a charity case. Put me on the news and ish like I was homeless so the state could grant 1 year free. I wasn't going for that. So she said, F the state, I can still do the year free because it's her house. Like, stop trying to make it seem like I was just here free for no reason. So you see, it was a plan behind that. You see what she said? They were trying to use her as a charity case to get so the state could grant a year free for her living there or whatever's going on. And then she said, F the state, I can still do the year free because it's her house. And then somebody came at Lula afterwards and said, you pay your rent first. We'll wait. I think she lives in Atlanta, right? I don't think she lives in Flint anymore. Either way, so it's some shady stuff going on between that house and between Claressa owning it to Nigeria owning it. Is something going on, and she has some receipts she'll probably drop regarding this in the live. So guys, if you guys want to watch it, I'm definitely going to try to catch it. But if she goes live today, like she claims, she said she's dropping receipts on things, and I fear that it just may be something in there with her talking crazy about Remy or something with Papoose. I'm telling you, Nigeria knows. She was there through those exes, through when Papoose first started dealing with Claressa. So let's just sit and wait for that. Other than that, guys, that's all I have for right now. I will try to get another video in tonight. I'm busy today, but I'm going to try to do it. If not, I got y'all tomorrow, but we'll see.
Chat, did y'all see her on vacation? She was on vacation. Hold on, let me refresh this quickly.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone.
Yo, can you hear me? Yo. You can hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Okay.
Yep.
There we go. Yeah,
The
from
adulterous couple
vacation.
is together in Aruba at the Holiday Inn, you guys, and Claressa Shields crashes out again on the net, y'all. That's for entertainment. Remy's husband, Pap. Today we are talking Claressa Shields. Today we are talking Remy's husband, Pap, aka our adulterous couple, you guys, because again, Claressa does not read the room. She does not read the room and does the complete opposite. It's like, let me get my mistress on, and she low-key just complete side chick behavior, bird activities, or as Chris Cyberg would say, duck, duck, goose. It is duck season. It is duck hunting season. You know what I'm saying? Just bird brain mentality, side chick mentality, pick me mentality, you guys. So I just uploaded a video previously of Claressa Shields and Carrie Champion and Jamel Hill saying Claressa Shields is unwell. I have another video uploading as well for Claressa Shields and her former bestie, her former friend, Nigeria the GOAT, going back and forth on the internet. Now, in this particular video, I have some of Claressa's crash outs because apparently yesterday, y'all, Claressa Shields went live on YouTube. She went live on the YouTube, but here is the thing, y'all. You'll get a message if you're not signed into YouTube, like the owner has to grant you access. But if you're already signed in, or you're like, listen, look here, I'm already logged in on the app, right? Just take me to Claressa's YouTube live. Here is what happens. So that means the video is private, meaning Claressa is the only person or anybody who has the link is able to see that private video or whatever the case may be until YouTube lets you know that you can no longer watch it. You know what I'm saying? Until YouTube, you know what I'm saying, lets you know, listen, look at here. Right? But ultimately, that is on that. Then we got to get into Claressa on the Twitters because, again, she's going back and forth once again over Alicia Baumgartner. So there's a tweet. It says, if you stay in upper weight classes 100%, but there's nobody up there, all the competition in women's boxing is 147 pounds and below. Not your fault, but it is what it is. At this point, it's just the equivalent of stat padding and garbage time. Then Claressa did not want to hear that and says, shut that SHIT up. I was low as 154, undisputed 2 times at 160. Held belts at 168, undisputed at 175 and 175 plus. So you can't say nothing to me. Learn your facts. You see what I'm saying? See how combative Claressa gets on the internet? And then somebody else asked, then in response to Claressa, saying that she was going to be unalived and undefeated, stamp that, right? So somebody said, well, why are you ducking Alicia at 147? And Claressa says, get the F out of here. Are you stupid? She won't even go up 5 pounds for an opponent, but she will jump up to 147. And I'm going to make millions and fight in front of 18,000 at 154 and up. Again, the lies. How come they still have not produced the box office seats? I don't have to go to 147 ever in my life. I am the A side and she is the D side. And this is why I keep saying, anytime I talk about Alicia, listen, Alicia, you got to take this not to the law, but to the court. You got to take this all the way. You got to take the lawsuit. You got to press charges. You got to do it all. Claressa is still running her mouth. And this is why I hope Franchon Cruz got in touch with you. She eventually had to put a cease and desist on Claressa Shields because Claressa Shields is now obsessed with you. You are her new obsession. First it was Layla Ali. Then it was Franchon Cruz. Then it was the lady, the mom of the toy drive. You know what I'm saying? Then it was Remy Ma. In no particular order. You know what I'm saying? And then it was her friends that she's fallen out with all of them. Whether it's Jade the Boxer, Nigeria the GOAT, her cousin Shalita. You know what I'm saying? Just falling out with everybody. Now it is your turn, Alicia Baumgartner. You are who Claressa Shields has on her mood board next to Remy. You are who she has on the mood board next to Remy. So I think that's everything for the trigger fingers of the Claressa Shields of it all on the Twitter. We now got to switch gears to Claressa Shields on the Facebook. Now, I don't know if Claressa Shields had deleted some of her, rah action against Nigeria. But I did see a couple of things that I wanted to speak on, right? So one says, begging for my attention, and I done had a mental funeral for MFers with shrugging arms emoji. I'm good on whoever got left in the past. And then she also said, now back to my vacation. Every time you level up, your old life will give you a call. Don't pick up, right? But Claressa, you always pick up the phone. You know what I'm saying? You are always picking up the phone. You always pick up the phone. You always see what is happening. You always see what the people are saying. And how are you enjoying Aruba at the Hotel Motel Holiday Inn? And ultimately, you are on here on the internet arguing with your former best friend, throwing shots and subliminals at Shalita. You know what I'm saying? And you have a sick grandmother in hospice back in Flint, Michigan, and you don't give a crap at all about that. You do not give a crap at all. But now we got to get into why y'all here. We got to get into what y'all are here for, and that is our adulterous couple. So Claressa Shields, you guys, took to the Facebook to post a little video, you guys, of her and a married pap, y'all, and said the water here blue, and a blue heart emoji, and a blue butterfly, you guys, as my hair that is currently not blue, you guys, with a hearts over the face emoji, you guys. Oh, and yes, pap is still upstairs on the island steps in the ocean. And again, we knew that Pap was going to be sticking around, and ultimately Claressa was going to pull something and foot the bill for everything, like the deluxe 2-queen beds, you guys, for Pap, her friend, and herself to share. Big money moves. Or little money moves, dwindling money moves, you guys. No. I just cannot. I just cannot, you guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, your friend couldn't have a separate hotel room. You and Pap couldn't have a separate hotel room or none of the things. A king bed. Like this is what I'm saying. Everything is a group project. When is Claressa and Pap alone for real, y'all? When are they alone for real? So now allegedly that there has to be a trifecta. There has to be the triangulation. You know what I'm saying? That there has to be the 3 is not a crowd, you guys. Three's company. You know what I'm saying? 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1. You know what I'm saying? It's not giving couple. It's giving group project. It is giving Claressa is doing anything and everything to hold on to this married man. It is giving anything and everything like the mistress Claressa is. She's like, listen, look at here. You know what I'm saying? I've already done my work as a mistress. Let's invite people. Because what is the need for 2-queen beds, you guys? Are all y'all scrunched up in the room together? Weird. Very weird. But none of the less, let Claressa tell it that this her man, papoose, but something in the buttermilk ain't clean, y'all. Something in that buttermilk is not clean as far as I'm concerned, y'all. But Pap allegedly has made it to Aruba, and Claressa wanted to show you some type of footage to let you know it is not AI, it is not Photoshopped, it is not superimposed, but that's what she always does. She always listens to the bloggers. The bloggers run Claressa's life. The bloggers run everything Claressa does and doesn't have going on, you guys. So I knew sooner or later that Pap was going to make an appearance, because where else does he have to go? Where else does he have to go until that bank account hits negative? You know what I'm saying? He's still going to be here. He is still in there like Times Square. So where is he going to go, you guys? Where is he going to go? So nonetheless, you guys, I need to hear from y'all. Do you think this was strategic on Claressa's part to do this so close to Remy's birthday? Because it is so close to Remy's birthday, and she couldn't risk Mother's Day, Pap being reunited with Remy. He couldn't, you know what I'm saying? You couldn't risk Pap living it up, you know what I'm saying, for Remy's birthday. Couldn't risk it for the biscuit, you guys. So nonetheless, let's wrap this up, you guys. So do me the biggest favor. Y'all got to do me a big favor now. Hype this video, please. Hype the video like you.
Why wouldn't he be on that trip? It's free. Why wouldn't?
Yeah, that's what people are saying. Yeah, that is what people are saying. That is a fact.
Claressa Shields. Claressa Shields literally is letting it all hang out like the mistress she is, and Papoose is running away from her.
Damn, yo, they be hating.
Yeah. Did you see the nip slip? Did you see it? She did put a video up on the story. Yeah, and the piece of nipple was like, yeah.
Talking Claressa Shields today. We are talking Pap's mistress, Pap's side chick, Remy's husband, Pap's pick me, Pap's bird, chirp chirp, Pap's duck duck goose, as Chris Cyborg would say, that Claressa is ducking that $2 million purse because Claressa wants to, you know what I'm saying, brag that she is in Aruba at the Holiday Inn with her friend. 2 queen beds in the room, you guys. 2 queen beds in the room. Please do not convince me in any capacity that this is a vacation. It's giving last minute. It's giving Remy's birthday's in a couple of days, and Claressa, the mistress, cannot risk Pap being anywhere near Remy Ma for her birthday, right? Like it's giving insecure mistress playbook, insecure side chick playbook. You know what I'm saying? But there's a couple of things that we have to get into, right? So the first thing I'm going to get into is Claressa Shields has gone full X-rated, you guys. She's gone full X-rated. This whole erotic pinup, let me, try to show all this sexiness and all this and all of that. And it started after the slap with Alicia Baumgartner. That is when really Claressa Shields decided to amp things up, because people always talked about how beautiful Alicia Baumgartner is, how good looking she is. So Claressa was like, well, let me, start doing these photo shoots in my bra and panties. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm supposed to be promoting lip gloss, right? And it was very odd, right? It was very odd. Also, were the pictures of that shoot for the lip gloss Photoshop? What was it? Adding additional enhancements that there were not originally enhancements? Because what happened was Claressa posted an X-rated video on her Instagram account. I'm shocked that Instagram has not flagged her account for sexual, you know what I'm saying,
That's
inappropriateness and nudity. So she posted this video, apparently, allegedly, on her Instagrammies of her in this.
Say again, bro.
Nah, Denise said, Papoose looking bad. He looking like he needs rehab. Yeah, I mean, she don't cook. You seen her soup? Her soup look like it could kill somebody. He probably is starving himself.
Yeah, I wouldn't eat that. I definitely wouldn't eat that.
Barely there bikini that basically has got her whole nipple out, you guys. And it's very like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Like the desperation, she wants to tag that it's Pap that's recording her and all of the things. And I've been telling y'all that the next step is either trying to reconcile things with Zeus or OnlyFans. But this is nothing but mistress behavior as far as I'm concerned. So apparently somebody or somebodies had reached out to Claressa Shields saying this is inappropriate. How could you claim that you're a Christian and that you believe in God and da-da-da-da-da, completely skipping over the fact that she is out here on vacation with a married man and her friend with 2 queen beds and all the things at the Holiday Inn. So Claressa takes to the Instagrammy stories and says this: my bad, y'all. I ain't know my little B cup top nip kind of showed. My apologies. I know y'all love to pretend to be pastors on here. So my bad with 2 speaking to the choir shouting emojis, and then says, now leave it be, peace. She did not delete the video at the time I'm recording this, and it's really Claressa
Hello
with
to you too, Jennifer Brown.
gaslight the people. You know what I'm saying? She knows what she's doing. She knows what she is doing. She wants to be viewed as a sex symbol. She wants to be viewed as people desiring her, and the little the clothing, the better. The sexed up image, the better. The pinup, Playboy, you know what I'm saying, image, the better. And Claressa doesn't realize that this is not it. This is giving desperation. This is giving that you are very insecure. You're very insecure because there is ways to present yourself and be sexy and be confident without having to have nip slips in front of all of your Instagrammy followers. Like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Like it's very weird behavior, very disturbing behavior. Next, we got to get into Pap walking away from Claressa Shields. Literally just lickety split is out of there in this video. So we're going to take a watch here and see what took place. I'm muting the music for copyright reasons because I believe she was playing Mary J. Blige. You know what I'm saying? No hateration, all the things, everything Claressa does. But nonetheless, we'll play the video.
Validation again.
So not only is Pap deep into his phone like the married man that he is, he completely disappears. Completely disappears, and Claressa is still walking like everything is fine. Everything is not fine, you guys. Everything is not fine. Like I said, Pap is on some, I'm here so I don't get fined. I'm here because Claressa's footing the bill. I'm here because Claressa said her friend's going to be here as well to entertain me.
And all validation in some type of way.
She's looking for validation.
In some type of way. She just wants people to see that he's there with her. That's all she's doing it for. Because he's already don't want to be, if you see him, he be ducking the camera. And she keep forcing the cameras on him just to, because people always keep asking him, where's Pat? Where's Pat? Where's Pat?
Mm-hmm.
So now she don't want nobody to think they broke up or they're in an issue or going through problems or whatever. So she always showing him around. Validation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
Thanks. Like it is desperation at its finest. It is giving, I'm going to try to do anything and everything to hold on to this married man. But Pap completely disappears off of the face of the earth and all of the things, y'all. It's just a hot mess express. And I wish Claressa would read the room. I truly wish Claressa could read the room, that ultimately all of this posting, you and Aruba, it's not giving what you think it is, right? Because the first day, you make it a point to show that there's 2 double beds, it's you and your friend, right? I don't know if Pap wasn't on the same flight. It's giving that he wasn't, because it's given he got there the next day. At least that's what it's looking like to me. It's giving that he got there the next day. And now Claressa is going to just like flood the timeline with all this content. You know what I'm saying? You see she's not posting the bedroom anymore, but now she's posting outside the pool and then them walking on the beach or them coming out back from wherever, right? Everywhere but those 2 double beds. That is very sus for a multi-millionaire. You're not staying at the penthouse suite. You know what I'm saying? You're not staying at the upgraded rooms at the Holiday Inn that have the concierge service and the butler and everything else. You said you're a big time celebrity. Nobody's recognizing you. Nobody's stopping to take pictures or any of the things.
Say that again, Brady.
Now I'm speaking to Carrie. Carrie, somebody got to do it. Somebody got to be in the trees with the binoculars and the cameras, spying on them, seeing everything they doing.
Things, but those are the lies that you feed your fan base. And I just want to know, what does your fan base have to say with Claressa just letting it all hang out now? With Claressa just being the more naked, the better. The less clothes, the better, because now she has a desperation to be desired, to be considered attractive, and all of the things, you guys. There is a lot of deep hurt and insecurities that Claressa Shields has, and she doesn't realize with what she's posting is inappropriate and goes against everything that she says, makes her the biggest hypocrite. You can't talk about God, you can't talk about being a Christian, and you're out here on vacation with a married man. And then you got at least another party that's there with y'all as well. And then doing all this lewd nudity and having nip slips and everything else. Just trying to wear as little clothing as possible so that you.
Which celebrity women haven't had a little slip? Come on, man. She's just trying to get down. She's just trying to be down with them, man. It is what it is, man. Go ahead, do your thing, Claressa.
You could be seen as, like I said, a sex symbol, playboy, you know what I'm saying? All of the things. And no care in the world. And having the audacity to gaslight us. That people are being the moral police or trying to be preachers when it was you that was trying to present yourself as a preacher. Make it make sense. And that's why the Mary Pap is walking away from you even on this vacation. Not everything needs to be recorded. Not everything needs to have a phone out. But when you are a mistress, this is what you have to prove. Like I said, Pleasure P, boyfriend number 2. This is what you have to prove. You have to prove that the married man is still in the picture. You have to prove that if he is physically there with you, that somehow is a TKO against his wife. The same wife. And Remy, he refuses to divorce after multiple years that y'all have been public now. Make it make sense. So, nonetheless, you guys, I need y'all to do me the biggest favor, and that is to hype the video. Please hype the video like you've never hyped a video before in your life. There is that. That is it. That is all. Es todos, es final, es finito. It's the end of the road. It's the end of the line for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post the content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon. K. Michelle, Shamia.
Chat. I don't know if you guys saw, but something happened with her makeup.
Did Claressa Shields create
Something happened with her makeup, chat. I don't know if someone done it on holiday for her, but that is what it looks like. It looks brazy.
Own petition, and there are more petitions on deck that we have to discuss, you guys. Oh boy. Hey, there's petition gate, you guys.
Yeah, Claressa Shields, she put out. You know that, right, TM? TM put out a petition of her own today.
She put a petition out of her own?
Yeah, of her own. And this morning they had 7 votes. It had 7 votes, 7 people who signed it. Well, she put one out today. You're gonna see it. They should talk about it.
Shields might have created her own petition to counteract the petition that has gone viral. We're going to get to all of it, you guys. Don't you worry. So the initial petition for Claressa Shields, you guys, the initial one that we talked about that was, I think at the time it had like 74, 78 signatures when I first talked about it, you guys, on my platform. It is now up to, you guys, 4,000.
Hold on, chat. Let me quickly get this short up. Quickly, chat. Let me quickly get this up so you can see.
Hold on. Make sure y'all see me. Now, y'all know I'm not the biggest person on makeup, but what did he do? I gotta go wash this off. I gotta go wash it off. I was at this man's chair 45 minutes and he done played all on my face. I'm like...
Wow.
Thank God I love my natural face. I mean, damn, you need to get the fucking eyelashes right. I mean, the eyebrows. The lashes are cool. I have to go wash off 95% of this. This is crazy. This is crazy right here. Hey, listen, y'all. I don't... Hold on. Make sure y'all see me. Now, y'all know I'm not the biggest person on makeup, but what did he do? I gotta go wash this off. I gotta go wash it off. I was at this man's chair 45 minutes and he done played all on my face. I'm like... Thank God I love my natural face. I mean, damn, you need to get the fucking eyelashes right. I mean, the eyebrows. The lashes are cool. I have to go wash off 95% of this. This is crazy. This is crazy right here. Hey, listen, y'all. I don't...
Yeah, so now you see it. Gina, what's your thoughts?
Man, she's just a fool. She a fool, and I guarantee she spent a couple of grand on that. She's a fool.
Okay, so then watch this now. How remember I can remember I said she know what she's doing. She does stuff to give us content. She plays up to the fans. She plays up even to her haters. She actually loves this.
Basically to keep herself relevant.
Yes, because the nip slip, when you get a chance to actually see it, that if you would have looked back at that, like Chris should have looked back on that before obviously it was posted and realized about the nip slip. She tried to act like she didn't know. No, you know, you just knew that's what everyone would run with. And now even this makeup thing, you're on holiday, you've obviously gone and got your makeup done. He's done it like how he's done it, and you've gone and recorded yourself looking like a clown. If you don't want people to talk about you, or you know what I mean, then you wouldn't do stuff like this, then would you? But you do it knowing that people will run with it. So this is why you got her face now looking like this, you know what I mean, on big screen with the makeup looking like this, is because she put that up herself. So she can't complain now if people are making thumbnails like this.
174 signatures at the time I'm recording this. And according to Granny's Corner, I think she wants to get this up to at least 10,000 or potentially up to the alleged 18,000 that Claressa Shields always likes to brag about from her last fight with Franchon Cruz, which was all the way back in February, you guys. We are about to enter June, and there is still no fight announcement or any of the sort, right? Any of the sort. So it has 4,174 views at the time I'm recording. It is allegedly gaining momentum in government and politics, allegedly. Now, I don't know if it's been on the news or anything like that. It says that it has over 4,170 shares and over 518 comments, you guys. So y'all are really making some moves with this, right? Then there is another petition, you guys. There is another petition that I think allegedly Claressa Shields may have wrote, y'all. And I'm going to tell you why before we get into it. So it says that the petition starter is Marie Simmons. From what I understand, Claressa Shields' alleged middle name is Maria, right? Maria. And why not just, you know what I'm saying, take the A off the N and put a Marie so nobody suspects you? Where does Simmons come into play, right? Where does the name Simmons come to play? Where there is a Chicola Simmons who is allegedly the primary family member associated with the surname Simmons in the Claressa Shields circle, and sometimes referred to as an internet auntie or family figure in Claressa's inner circle. She is also known for being an outspoken supporter and relative who frequently discusses Claressa's life and career. You know what I'm saying? So it is wild out here. It is absolutely wild. Also, you guys, give Claressa Shields the respect that she deserves at a grand total of 19 signatures.
You see what he said here?
Absolutely not, you guys. Absolutely not. I know you lying.
You see the petition? Give Claressa Shields the respect she deserves.
Wow. Oh, wow. That's crazy.
And so I want to see what this says. The goal right now is 25 signatures. So it says the issue. It says Claressa Shields, a powerhouse in the world of boxing, has undeniably earned her status as the greatest woman of all time in the sport. Despite her incredible achievements, she faces unjust disrespect and criticism, often stemming from a bias against her confidence and opinions. As a fan of women's boxing and as someone who truly appreciates Claressa's unyielding determination and talent, I feel it's critical to acknowledge the prejudice that she faces. What? What prejudice? And advocate for the respect she rightfully deserves. Claressa, who hails from Flint, Michigan, this is...
I'm not too sure how many signatures, but it does say petitions with 1,000+ supporters are 5 times more. And then obviously it say legible to, you know what I mean? So anything from 1,000+, you know what I mean, is a good thing. So let's see how far it goes.
Let me ask the female. Let me ask the females in the chat, ladies in the chat. I mean, if you're doing makeup if y'all ever had somebody do y'all makeup, y'all couldn't tell, once they started or halfway through, that they don't know what the hell they doing. She has a full job. She should have seen that coming a long mile away. I think females definitely know if their makeup artist is doing it right or not, right?
Depends, innit? Because obviously, if the makeup artist is standing in front of them doing the makeup and their eyes are closed and all different kind of things, it's not like barbers where the barber's behind us, if that makes sense, where they can see. So I'm just not too sure. I don't know. I'm not too sure.
I would think a woman. I would think a woman would look, periodically in the mirror to see what they're doing. Like this is the first time somebody new is touching your face. I do expect a woman to keep an eye on the individual to see if they know what the hell they're doing.
That's a good point right there. Good point.
Given ChatGPT, made history by becoming a two-time Olympic gold medalist and an undisputed world champion in 3 weight classes, solidifying her place in boxing history. Her journey, marked by resilience and triumph, serves as an inspiration to millions around the globe. She has fought against numerous odds within and outside the ring. Well, what are the odds outside the ring? Because currently, it doesn't seem like you're fighting against any odds as you are gleefully parading around with a married man. To achieve her dreams, yet remaining a vocal advocate for gender equality and empowerment. I cannot tell. As much as you hate on the other female boxers, where is that fight at? Can someone please let me know? However, Claressa continues to battle disrespect from both peers within the boxing community and the public. Critics often undermine her achievements and dismiss her confidence as arrogance, fueling a narrative that seeks to diminish her stature. The simple reality is that Claressa Shields possesses exceptional skill, work ethic, and an iron will, qualities worth adulation, not disparagement. To rectify this injustice, it's essential for us to rally and stand together to demand that media outlets, sports organizations, and the public recognize Claressa Shields' contributions rightfully and honor her as the GOAT of boxing. No. Let's influence change by sending a clear message. Respect for women in sports history is not optional, but mandatory. But what about the disrespect that she has against other female boxers, past and present, like Layla Ali, like Franchon Cruz, like Alicia Baumgartner, like Shade Shagreen, and more? Join us in supporting Claressa Shields, showcasing that her achievements are not just hers, but a testament to the tenacity, strength, and potential inherent in all women. Sign this petition to give Claressa the respect that she has earned and continue the fight for equality and appreciation for all female athletes in the sport of boxing. Your signature can help create a more inclusive and respectful sports culture. So that petition was started 3 days ago. So now we have to get to a third petition, you guys.
We can't take away what she's done for boxing.
And it has 43 signatures.
No, we cannot, for sure. And anyone that does, they are stupid, for sure. Because it's not right.
No, I mean, I understand, the antics outside of the rings. I understand that. But as a boxer, come on, man. I don't think it's warranted to invoke her license just because, there's boxers, even on the way in, I've seen boxers slap another boxer or punch another boxer, and they fought the next day. They should just probably pay a fine or something.
But that's, and I'm glad you mentioned that, because that's just a slight difference there that you mentioned, is that they fight the next day, you know what I mean? But yeah, Claressa wasn't scheduled to fight Baumgartner, so that's where it makes it a little more bad, you know what I mean? So like you said, if it was a weigh-in situation, it probably would have been, we wouldn't have looked at it like how we look at it now then, if that was the actual weigh-in situation or a press conference where they are scheduled to fight. But because obviously they're not scheduled to fight, and it was just at an event, isn't it, at the Netflix event, and yeah, it was just bad. That was basically like fighting out on the street, basically. You know, she can't do it. She only can throw hands or put hands on people in the ring. Her hands are registered.
Property tax fraud in Flint, Michigan. No donations or contributions, please, with 43 signatures. And it says, please do not donate, just share the petition. The residents of Flint, Michigan have long suffered from systematic issues, and recently concerns over property tax fraud have come to light. It is critical for our community and future economic justice that these allegations are thoroughly investigated. We are calling upon the Michigan Attorney General to conduct a comprehensive investigation into possible property tax fraud involving Claressa Shields and the Flint mayor. Such actions not only hurt vulnerable residents, but also undermine trust in our local government. This investigation is pivotal, not only in seeking justice, but in also securing the financial stability of Flint's residents. In the midst of these alarming allegations, it is essential to protect other properties from foreclosure until the truth is uncovered. We urge the immediate suspension of foreclosure proceedings on homes and properties under scrutiny until the investigation reaches a clear conclusion. The allegations of fraudulent activities, if true, impact the community's financial well-being and trust. We need the truth to come out and any wrongdoing addressed swiftly. Furthermore, we need the state to provide some relief for those affected unjustly by pausing any further foreclosure actions until accountability is established. Property tax fraud is a serious offense that affects us all. It takes away from public service, undermines our infrastructure, and places undue burden on honest residents paying their fair share. Flint cannot move forward when the government is clouded with corruption and financial deception.
Chat, make sure you double tap the screen to hit the like button, and make sure you subscribe if you are enjoying the content, and if you're new, make sure you subscribe.
We need a transparent and fair resolution to these claims. By signing this petition, you stand with the residents of Flint in demanding an investigation, accountability, and justice. Let's make sure our community is treated with the respect and fairness that it deserves. We need your support to ensure that Flint can emerge stronger and more united. Sign the petition to make a difference. That is courtesy of Granny's Corner, who started the original petition that has over 4,000 signatures. But wait, there's more. I told y'all this is Petition Gate. There is a fourth petition that just got to my desk, you guys. You know what I'm saying? Got to Anonymous D's tip line. like for real. So this was sent to me, and it says the following. It says, let's get Claressa Shields a mental health evaluation. And it has 7 signatures thus far, right? And so it says, honestly, this isn't funny. Claressa Shields is terrorizing the public, and this needs to stop. As a child, by Claressa's own admission, she was deemed dangerous by mental health professionals. I'll assume that she found a way to channel her trauma and anger into boxing. Claressa went on to accomplish something that no boxer, male or female, has ever done before, and won 2 Olympic gold medals concurrently in boxing. That alone is an amazing accomplishment. Somewhere along the way, we now have this decorated woman terrorizing regular people and celebrities of all complexions. Claressa has admitted to retrieving a knife to attack a boxer who knocked her down during a sparring practice session. Thankfully, that boxer wasn't stabbed. Next was Claressa's weigh-in against Ivana Habazin and an attack on Habazan's trainer. Her comments to Habazin after the attack are unusual and deplorable. Sorry if I'm butchering your last name. Us as fans didn't know that she was behaving this way behind the scenes. It wasn't until the recent 2026 rematch with her ex-friend, Franchon Cruz DeJean, where I personally watched Claressa push Franchon and start a whole melee. Claressa then looks into the camera and lies to the public about what we all witnessed. Most recently, Claressa and her married boyfriend laughed at another boxer, Shadaisha Green, as she was carried off of a fight onto a stretcher. While Shadaisha Green and her loved ones awaited news about her condition, Claressa made tweets, posts, and lives continuing to mock Mrs. Green. After her behavior at the recent Netflix MVP event and previously mocking Mrs. Green, I would imagine that no one on their roster wants to fight her. I'm guessing that Lauren Price doesn't want to be involved with her either. Her actions are not making any logical sense. Claressa is accused of putting out a hit to harm her boyfriend's wife. The friend Damana DCMWG made a joke about Claressa since she is a comedian and podcaster covering current topics. Claressa allegedly attempted to pay $5,000. To harm Damana at her next comedy show. Claressa creates burner accounts and threatens the public and their children. Claressa has been called into a YouTube channel pretending to be somebody else, only to admit to being herself by the end of the call. Claressa comes online to brag about kicking innocent children out of a toy drive. Now it looks like Claressa or someone on her team named Marie Simmons, and I gave y'all the receipt that Marie is Claressa's middle name, and Simmons allegedly is a family member that is an avid supporter of Claressa online, has created a counter petition to combat the first petition from Granny's Corner for the boxing granny. The woman is getting the point where the behavior is disgusting and unsettling. Please take direction from the New York Boxing Commission since they ordered a mental health evaluation for boxer Ryan Garcia. She has already physically hurt people outside of the ring, Franchon, Alicia, etc. We do not know what she will be planning next. The two people willing to fight her in Vegas and offering
It
her
is not that serious.
Chris Cyborg and Hannah Gabriel. Let Claressa get a mental health break, then train to fight those two women, since it appears that nobody else wants to deal with her. You need fans and boxers to have a boxing match. Claressa is running out of both. A blind woman can see that she is mentally unwell. As a dark-skinned black woman, I do not want her to continue to tarnish my demographics image. Please order this course of correction before someone else gets hurt. Thank you. And the starter is some woman, you guys. But none of the less, you guys. That is enough of this video, you guys. I want to hear your thoughts of all of these petitions. Do you think the alleged counter petition was started by none other than Claressa Shields herself?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It definitely
See,
is.
Listen, I could bet anything that petition has mostly women signing that. A lot of women hate the fact that she what she did to Remy.
No, that's a fact. That is a fact. So if you move on to the next topic, are you aware then of the whole Kevin Hart situation? If you are, what is your thoughts on it?
Listen, man, a joke is a joke. A joke is not a joke if everybody is not laughing. And that joke, a lot of people took offense to. And just because Kevin Hart wouldn't fit in doesn't mean all jokes is good jokes.
Yeah. No, that's the facts. As we know, like a couple of weeks ago, you had a roast session on Netflix. And obviously, we had different comedians put up and obviously roast him. And someone named Tommy Summer obviously pulled up and was roasting him. And allegedly, I would say allegedly, but it's not alleged, but I'll say it anyway, that he made a George Floyd joke. And it is a lot of outrage online. So I ain't heard the joke yet, but let's get into it and see what's being said.
Salute to Flacco.
Kevin Hart is experiencing extreme backlash right now. He lost a lot of support from the black community today, and honestly, deservingly so, because what he did is not cool at all, under no circumstances. Before we get the video started, this video is sponsored by Kalshi. Kalshi is a prediction market where you literally make money by predicting real world events. Drake is dropping Iceman May 15th. You can go on Kalshi right now and make money by placing a prediction. Like, you kind of celebrities. Hart hosted a Netflix roast over the weekend, and he invited a series of people, comedians, celebrities. Now, somebody in particular that he invited is Tony Hinchcliffe, which I don't understand why he invited Tony Hinchcliffe. Tony Hinchcliffe has nothing redeemable about himself. He's nothing but a mediocre white supremacist. But honestly, being a mediocre white supremacist is really all it takes in today's climate to rise to the top, and he has done so. Yo, this dude is so terrible and so despicable that Donald Trump, the Antichrist himself, came out and had to disavow and denounce him because of some jokes he made at the Trump rally. Like, that's how despicable this dude is. But Kevin Hart invites him to the roast nonetheless. Tony Hinchcliffe gets called to the stage to start his roast. Now, cruel jokes were told during this roast, but outside of Pete Davidson, mostly everybody kept it on the people in the room. That's the purpose of a roast. You're supposed to roast people who are in the building. But Pete Davidson, he did the Charlie Kirk joke, which I also don't support as well. But even before Tony Hinchcliffe is introduced to the stage, the introduction let us know they was on some BS tonight, bruh. Shane Gillis, in his introduction of Tony, labeled him a white supremacist and said that Tony believes all the racist things that come out of his mouth. Obviously, Shane Gillis and Tony Hinchcliffe is cool. Shane Gillis is a comedian. That could be dismissed as a joke. If the context was not, Tony Hinchcliffe followed up that introduction saying this.
Kevin, they told me not to mention your kids on this roast, but I must say, you did good. They've gotten so big, they now buckle Kevin up in the car seat. It's true, he lost his gig hosting the Academy Awards because of some homophobic tweets, but you'd be homophobic too if you were eye level with everyone's cock. He got into a fist fight on a private plane, proof that no matter how much money black people have, they're still just gonna act like ninjas. Always fighting. Like Bill Cosby, Hart is a black comedian from Philadelphia, and like Bill Cosby, women don't know when Kevin is inside of them. You've done good though, Kevin. The black community is so proud of you. Right now, George Floyd is looking up at us all, laughing so hard that he can't breathe. God bless you, Kevin.
Wow. That's what you said. Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. Yeah.
Breathe. George Floyd is looking up at us all, laughing so hard that he can't breathe. God bless you, Kevin. God bless this room, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you so much.
Kevin Hart was showing all 32 teeth, clapping up, cheering when Tony Hinchcliffe was disrespecting George Floyd and making jokes about the black community. Now, this to me isn't even about black people being soft or we can't take a joke. It's not. I think context here matters. First off, this week is a week where a dude is going around calling black folks the N-word with the hard R. Right? So let's just say we're not too fond of being a butt of a joke this week. But outside of that, the person making a joke matters, right? If this was somebody who like, for example, if Shane Gillis made this joke, we look at Shane Gillis as somebody who's not really, he's not racist. He's right, like he's an ally for the most part, all right? If Shane Gillis made this joke, it'll be viewed as friendly. Now, people will still be upset, but it'll be viewed as friendly fire. If Tony Hinchcliffe makes this joke, somebody with a routine history of being a white supremacist, when you make this joke, we don't take it as friendly fire. We take it as personal now. As personal. Now, outside of that, though, this is a roast about people in the building. Why are you making a mockery out of George Floyd's death? Why? Why? Like George Floyd's not in the room. So why? Don't let them trick you into thinking, well, I gotta be soft. I don't want to be a snowflake. No, they snowflakes. The same people defending Tony Hinchcliffe, calling us soft, they on Twitter under the Limbs of TikTok page going off on Pete Davidson for making a Charlie Kirk joke. right? Again, I'm consistent. I think the Charlie Kirk joke is out of line. Charlie Kirk was not in the room. There's so much material in front of you. Roast the people in front of you. Follow the Netflix script. Roast people in front. It's a roast of the people in the building. Simple as that. Now, Kevin Hart laughing and cheering did not bode over well with everybody. People did not like it. They're pissed. One person who was really pissed about this is Stack 5. Now, Stack 5 was really close friends with George Floyd. For the most part, he's the unofficial spokesperson for the George Floyd family. I know George Floyd brother speaks up for the family, but when it comes to news revolving George Floyd, we kind of go to Stack 5 because he's like the most visible voice. But he spoke up about this, and he don't think it's cool at all. And I don't feel like he should think it's cool. Nobody should think what took place that night is cool.
One thing about it, you can't tell people what to be offended by and what not to be offended by. Everybody laughing until it's their family member that get murdered. Then it ain't funny. Then it ain't funny when it's your family member. It's funny when it's everybody else's family member, and it's cool when it's everybody else's family member. When they come to your doorstep, you want everybody to feel a certain way. See, I rode for my brother. Didn't take a dime from nobody. Risked everything I had going on in real time. No cap, no lies. 29 different states marching for my brother. Didn't take a dime from nobody. Every dime they tried to pay me, me and Q gave back to the community. Wherever we went, we gave it back. So you can't tell people that risk things and that really love somebody to feel a certain way when he's disrespected. Clown shit. Y'all keep laughing though.
The reason why the George Floyd conversation is so sacred in the Black community is because the George Floyd video represents our lived experience in this country as Black people. Derek Chauvin's knee on George Floyd's neck as he's on the ground defenseless crying out to his mama represents the boot that's on our necks as we go about our day-to-day in this country, man. Right? The boot that keeps us down. The boot that represents voter suppression, redlining, discrimination, systematic oppression. It represents all the obstacles and the systems that are put in place to keep Black people down and keep minorities down. So George Floyd, the person, is a flawed human being. We're all flawed as human beings, man. When George Floyd died, the week he died, they plastered his entire criminal history, man. They made sure to find the most insane, most horrific quote they could find from his indictments. George Floyd and them put a pistol to a pregnant lady belly. They made sure to plaster that everywhere on every news outlet to deflect and distract from the boot, to make us forget about the boot. When the average Black person watched that George Floyd video, every second is us watching our lives flash in front of our eyes and our lived experiences. So no, we don't feel comfortable. We don't like it. It's not cool. It's not funny to watch an openly and devoted white supremacist make fun of our lived experiences. Other people also spoke up against this. Comedian Lil Rel spoke up against Netflix, Kevin Hart, and Tony Hinchcliffe for making the tasteless George Floyd jokes.
What up, y'all? All right, I'm going to say this, right? I end up catching up and watching a Kevin Hart roast. What I am annoyed by, and I'm just keeping it 100, y'all. I don't understand. Like, it's one thing to roast the people that's there. It's one thing to roast the people that may be in the audience there. Roasting somebody that, number one, is dead. Number two, that's not there. Number three, that the implications of why you should joke about that. Like Tony Hinchcliffe joke about George Floyd didn't make sense to me. There was no reason to bring George Floyd into this. It just was disgusting. And I do feel a certain way that the audience was okay booing Draymond Green every time his name was mentioned, or just, so y'all could boo. We know people was booing in there. But you don't boo Tony Hinchcliffe right after that. I'm starting to understand, and I get it, man, and I'm okay with not being a part of a lot of this cliquey bull that's in comedy or in our business that some of y'all may think I'm a part of, but I'm not. I 100% would have booed that mother and probably walked out. That's all I'm saying. Come on, y'all. Like, I do think times we are like too sensitive about certain things. Why we just can't agree that bringing up George Floyd and the way he did it was just up and not funny and not needed. It wasn't even needed.
Absolutely. And the reason why we didn't see our fave celebrities, especially the black ones who are supposed to be on code, the reason why we didn't see them boo or make us think about it is because no matter how much money they make, no matter how successful they are, no matter how much admiration they get from their own community, they don't feel validated unless they are in proximity to whiteness. And you know how you very quickly lose your proximity to whiteness if you become that black guy. And we all know what that black guy means. You lose that proximity to whiteness when they don't feel comfortable around you anymore. You lose that proximity to whiteness when they don't feel comfortable telling racist jokes around you. When they don't feel comfortable being their true self around you, you lose that proximity to them. That's just a fact. That's just 100% fact. And a lot of these celebrities don't want to lose that proximity, man. They don't want to be considered that black guy. Amanda Seales is a comedian, right? You think Amanda Seales will ever be invited to one of those roasts? Now listen, man, we got our opinions about Amanda Seales, okay? Right? But for the most part, you think Amanda Seales is getting invited to any one of those? No, what? No, because she's not going for it. All right, she's just not going for it at all. Now, the comedians in the building, the celebrities who are supposed to be, at least speaking up, right? One of them being Tiffany Haddish. She was asked about this. And her answer, again, just fits. I had this opinion in my mind before I even watched this Tiffany Haddish TMZ interview. And her response reflects why we would never get right. And it also reinforces the addiction to proximity to whiteness. Tiffany Haddish believes that black people are only upset about the George Floyd joke because we couldn't be in the building like they were. We weren't invited and we didn't get the luxury of being in proximity to all that good whiteness. So we just mad and upset, right, that we weren't in the room. She's using her proximity to whiteness as a badge of honor and shaming anybody who wasn't in the building and claiming we only mad at a George Floyd joke. I don't even want to call it a joke. We weren't mad at a tasteless George Floyd remark because we weren't in the room.
I'm good. What up, girl? You look fantastic. See,
You look so good. So you have like 30 seconds to chat really quick?
Yeah.
So talking about Kevin Hart roast, right?
Yes, it was so much fun.
So Lonnie Love didn't think so. Lonnie Love was like, you know what? It's exhausting. It's edgy. Specifically about the George Floyd joke. What are you thinking? Is it just comedy? Should they have been a little less?
I think it should have been shorter. The show was too long.
Okay.
I mean, I was sitting there the whole time. I had to pee. I didn't hear the George Floyd joke because I had to pee so bad.
So you was in the bathroom with that?
I was a glorified seat filler, and I was tired.
Well, also, I mean, Lonnie and other people were like, oh, maybe it was a little too racially motivated. What do you think as far as like the jokes? Is this just comedy? Or are people taking it too seriously?
Is this all comedians saying it that wasn't invited?
Thanks, Miss Haddish. Ciao.
She thought she cooked that. Oh, the ones who were not invited. You couldn't tell her she ain't have a walk-off moment, man. This is just some nasty work, man. Nasty stuff, bro. Y'all Yo, y'all are some disgusting people, man. Now, George Floyd family, well, his brother more specifically, they spoke up. They gave a statement to the Breakfast Club, and they not feeling this either. Which to me, if the family is saying we not feeling it, why are we all not in agreement? We not feeling it either.
Yesterday, I had a conversation with Terrence Floyd. He is the brother of George Floyd, and he was responding to the Tony Hinchcliffe joke that was told at the Kevin Hart roast about George Floyd. He believes Kevin Hart should have spoke up. Let's take a listen.
My thing with Kevin, and I'm a fan, I feel like my family and their friends, they said, you know, it should responded right then and there, like, well, wait, hold up. Because I remember Kevin Hart and a few other celebrities was at the Minnesota funeral. In that respect, me watching some clips of certain other jokes, a lot of it just felt it wasn't tasteful.
Now, Terrence Floyd also talks about Gianna Floyd, who is the daughter of George Floyd, and how she deals with these moments and the jokes and how it comes back on her. Let's take a listen. One of the other things that they mentioned was like Gianna and George Floyd's daughter, your niece, being teased in school and how stuff like this doesn't help. Like, does she get direct response from things like this because they're so viral? She's getting older now.
She was 6 when this happened. She's 12 now. Well, I was talking to Travis yesterday. We realized something always is talked about or happen, or somebody say something or bring up controversy or whatever around my brother's name when it's nearing the anniversary of his death. It happened with this. It happened with Charlie Kirk. It happened with Lil Yachty. We say keep saying his name, but we don't want this narrative. This is crazy. We upset, but I'm focusing more on the well-being of my niece.
Oh yeah, the death anniversary is May 25th.
Yes,
yeah.
Yes, it is May 25th. Now, he also talked about a part of the joke where Tony Hinchcliffe says to Kevin Hart that George Floyd is looking up at him. Let's take a listen to Terrence Floyd on that.
It was a part in there where we always say, you know, my brother looking down on us because we talking positive. The fact that he said that he's looking up, we were stuck on that. When we heard it, he was like, he's looking up from where? Are you trying to say he's in hell? So this is not what comedy is supposed to do. It's not supposed to have us thinking about what you meant. Oh, we supposed to laugh to heal.
As I said yesterday, what's funny to you is a trigger.
He pointed out something that even I missed. I missed that looking up from hell. I missed that. Is that a joke too? Saying that about a dead man, is that a joke too? Bro, that was a political statement, man. And I'm just so mad that Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish and all these like dudes, they just muscle my man, y'all sick, man. But let me know in the comment section what y'all think about this. And if you're still watching this video and you want to watch another good video, click on this video right here. So
as we all see, chat, that was the joke. Obviously, that was said. And since then, Kevin Hart did pull up on the Breakfast Club and respond.
Kevin Hart just pissed off black people again and reignited the hate mob against them. Now, his response, I personally don't have a problem with. I just don't think it was smart at all to do. He came on specifically to respond back to the recent backlash he was getting because George Floyd family has made it pretty clear they not rocking with Kevin at all. And they made it clear during an interview with Lauren LaRosa when they brought up the Kevin Hart roast and they brought up how Tony Hinchcliffe during this roast, as well as other roasts, disrespected George Floyd, made fun of George Floyd, made George Floyd a subject of discussion when, you know, George Floyd was not in the room, and a roast is supposed to be a roast of the people in the room. Now, he made this clear while talking to Lauren LaRosa, and George Floyd family also did an interview with TMZ.
Thank you for joining me. I feel like we always have to have conversations around these things. So, you know, I apologize for that. But yeah, I think, you know, sometimes the conversations are needed for people to hear from you guys as George Floyd's family firsthand. So yes. I know you had saw some of the comments that we had made at the Breakfast Club in response to Tony Hinchcliffe and the George Floyd joke that was, said at the Kevin Hart roast.
You've done good, though, Kevin. The black community is so proud of you. Right now, George Floyd is looking up at us all, laughing so hard that he can't breathe.
And you wanted to kind of talk a bit about that. So just let me know, number one, did you watch the roast just as a Kevin Hart fan, or like, did you hear about it afterward?
I heard about it afterwards, and I understand a roast. Let me just clarify that. I understand a roast, and from what I understand about a roast is about what you joke about that person specifically. So the reason why I felt kind of uneasy is because I was trying to figure out what did that have to do. What kind of punchline was that?
Y'all heard me co-sign those sentiments when I made my video on the joke. I just thought, like, how many more opportunities do black folks have to give Tony Hinchcliffe to disrespect us? George Floyd was not in the room. It was a roast of people in the room. He brought up George Floyd because he knew what he was doing. He has brought up George Floyd in every other roast he has done. And that's something the family has also touched on. This man keeps on bringing up George Floyd to disrespect them. He has this weird obsession with George Floyd, and quite frankly, I think the weird obsession comes because he understands that it's going to piss off black people, and that's his aim when he does these things. He wants to piss off black people. You know, he can't thrive without us. He wants our reaction. And yeah, this time it worked brilliantly, all right? We are calling it out because, at what point is enough? So the brother does speak on that. He does touch on how Tony Hinchcliffe made a George Floyd joke during the Tom Brady roast.
And I'm gonna speak from my point of view. Is comedy a roast is a roast is without that one person. Comedy is to make people, laugh and enjoy themselves. It's not supposed to be where you feel some type of way after you leave the room. You're supposed to leave with healing and happiness, and that wasn't the case. And I'm speaking from my point of view about my brother and from my family, but I'm even going to go as far as the other topics with Bill Cosby. Those are other people's issues, and you don't know what kind of trauma and tragedy that family was going through. So stick to just who you supposed to be roasting. That's just my feeling on it.
And, in us covering this, I started to kind of like research because when I first saw the statement, there was a line about the rep who spoke out for Gianna and the George Floyd organization that said something about you guys, as the family, mentioning his obsession with your brother, with George Floyd. So it made me.
Second,
I do agree with that. I do agree with that, TM, because the roast is about you roasting Kevin Hart. In no way, shape, form, fashion, Kevin Hart anything to do with Floyd. He has nothing at all to do with it. So for you to bring that joke into that situation was corny. I think it was distasteful for real, and it wasn't nothing funny about it, man. Nothing at all. People saying that people are too sensitive, but I don't think anybody should be joking about the dead.
Facts.
Because I don't think none of us I think we all gonna be feeling insulted if somebody said something about somebody's dead mama or something like that. So I don't think they should be clowning about the dead people, period.
In the room, Just Hilarious asked, like, well, was this the first time that he mentioned something? And I went back and I realized that he had gotten some pushback back in 2024 when he joked about George Floyd or made a reference to George Floyd during the Tom Brady roast.
Look like the final boss in George Floyd, the video game.
Would it being the second time, do you feel like it's even more of a disrespect, or like, does that kind of compile onto things for you?
I would say it's totally disrespectful. It's totally disrespectful, but
I think the brother did a great job at articulating what the general consensus is and critique on the roast, and Tony Hinchcliffe bringing up George Floyd during the roast. Now, Kevin Hart came on a Breakfast Club, and I'll be real, Kevin Hart didn't handle this great at all, not one bit. Now, you kind of understand his response and understand his frustration of, hey, I didn't make the joke. Why y'all mad at me?
Yeah, the George Floyd joke, it wasn't a tasteful joke to our culture, to our audience, but our audience that's watching the roast, if you're watching the roast, you get why they're doing it. You get why the racial humor is on the table. Like, it's not, I wasn't shocked. Like, that's what they do. Go look at the Tom Brady one. Like, that's what they do. It happens every year when they do a roast. It's not new. This isn't it's not a new agenda. It's not a new approach to comedy.
Do you feel like Tony Hinchcliffe went too far when he made that joke about George Floyd?
It's Tony Hinchcliffe.
Yeah.
Like, I don't expect less. I don't expect more.
I feel like you're saying going too far is the point. I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Yes, I mean, that's why you're there.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate to say this, but I'm going to, because we're being honest. People are talking about that joke. Talk about his set. Tony Hinchcliffe arguably had the best set.
People did not like this at all. Now, if he honestly feels this way, it's his right to say it. Me personally, I did not think that Tony Hinchcliffe had the best set at all. I think that Chelsea Handler, his op, had a better set than him. I think Lizzo, now hers was underrated. Now again, I wouldn't go as far as say she was better than Tony Hinchcliffe, but hers was underrated. The black guy who roasted Kevin Hart, I don't know his name. He, to me, had a better set than Tony Hinchcliffe. But Kevin Hart obviously has no problem with what Tony Hinchcliffe did. We now know, by the way, that like Kevin Hart and the producers actually got a chance to hear all the jokes beforehand. So Kevin Hart got a chance to hear the Tony Hinchcliffe George Floyd joke, and he approved it, right? He had no problem with it being in there. Now, if Kevin Hart would have came and stood on business, cool. But he flip-flopped too much for me during his interview. Started off with, man, Tony Hinchcliffe had the best set, is comedy, get over it, to why y'all blaming me? I don't like it either. I think it's BS. I think it's it. Huh? He even said, he called like Steven Jackson, which is like George Floyd homie and really close to George Floyd family, right after the set before it even went public, to apologize to Steven Jackson, say, hey, bro, man, listen, man, it was a roast. It got out of hand, bro. I couldn't do nothing. So if you didn't feel this was a problem, then why did you call Steven Jackson immediately afterwards, right? And the most annoying part of it all is Kevin Hart acting like he had no power whatsoever, that he was powerless, and he couldn't have done anything to remedy this situation.
Would I tell those jokes? No. But do I get why they're being told? Mm-hmm. Yes. Like, I'm not looking at Pete crazy. I'm not looking at Tony crazy. Like, that's what... I know what you're going to do. Mm-hmm. I know your style of comedy.
Did you see the interview that I did with Terrence Floyd, George Floyd's brother?
No.
So he said...
No shot to you.
No, I expected you to kind of be the person that would like stop it right in the moment or just not allow for certain things to happen.
And he also said he wanted you to come harder. He said if they're going to joke, why you ain't come harder with your own jokes?
All right.
Racist jokes, I guess.
This is actually a good thing to give a rebuttal to.
See, then
they talked about my dead mom and my dead dad. Said that they were running a train on my mom. Right?
It was
that was crazy. Yeah, that was Regina killed that.
Right?
Oh, wait, that's right. You probably should say killed that.
The jokes about Kevin was on a slave ship in a bottle with like the ship in the bottle. Like, I'm going to appreciate humor. I don't get affected by the attempt of humor. I get it, right? In this case, like, do more. It's my production. We're live. The more is what? Like, what is it that you expect me? You want me to take a live production and stand up and fight Tony or have a reaction? Like, Tony told a joke. It wasn't a tasteful joke to us. We didn't like it. Okay. Hey, man, that joke. We move on. I don't understand why we stand on a hill and it becomes like this big thing of like, oh man, they do this and they're attacking the culture. It doesn't have to be that. It literally is either you're a fan of this level of content or you're not. And if you're not a fan, you don't watch it. So
Kevin Hart was not helpless, right? Even if Kevin Hart is saying, we're going to stand up and stop it. Okay, cool, right? That's too much, right? You had a mic. You had your time to come on afterwards. You had the last words on the show. You couldn't use your voice as a comedian to counter the hate. You couldn't go at Tony Hinchcliffe on the mic. If these people are getting every opportunity to verbally abuse us and be nasty towards us and put hate towards our way, then why can't one of us take that mic and go at him, and go at Tony Hinchcliffe, and go at Shane Gillis, and speak up for us. Cheryl Underwood attempted to do so, but she's a woman at the end of the day, man. Right? Like, as a comedian, she probably ain't on the level of a Kevin Hart. So if we look at you as one of us, yo, why you ain't hit that mic and go to war for us? It don't gotta be hostile, or no, you could have just went at him how he went at us. We didn't see you do it at all. Now, when Kevin Hart gives this new standard for how we should operate in life, right? If you don't like it, don't watch it and ignore it. Imagine if we have that standard for everything in life. You know Chud the Builder? Chud is going around calling random black people the N-word and victimizing them in person. If the standard was, why critique something you don't like? Just don't watch it. So black folks should have been quiet, not watch the content, and have Chud and his racist fans and his audience like denigrate black people, attack black people, victimize black people, and get wealthy off of victimizing black people. And black people should have kept quiet, not critique it, and just go about our business because he's not victimizing us because we don't live in Clarksville. Imagine if that standard was applied to everything else. Just imagine, right? Just imagine if people who victimize kids and children now know in their heart, well, I could victimize children on the internet, and people who don't like children don't watch my content anyways, and they can't critique me because that's the new rule. You can't critique things you don't agree with. Like, clearly that's not the standard at all. And Kevin Hart is essentially asking us, hey, man, these white folks pay me to put on this roast, bro. Why y'all making it hot, bro? Why y'all coming online and being vocal about how much y'all hate it, bro? Chill, man, chill. That's what he's asking us to do. Now, some people might think that he's spitting. I think he's full of ish. I think Kevin Hart could have delivered this message a little better.
My last note for all attached to this is very simple, okay? Whatever the headlines or whatever the dialogue is, my rebuttal is simplicity. Remove me from it. I didn't say it. If you are upset that the night went on, that's a different conversation. It's nothing I can do. It's a production. It's a live production. I'm not compromising the live production for a reaction of what? What do you want me to do? I'm supposed to drag him off? You want me to fight afterwards? You want me to turn it into like what? That's not what I agreed to do. That's not the job at hand. The job at hand was to produce a successful roast, which I did. I also got the rebuttal. I also got to say at the end. What are we dealing with here?
That's easy for y'all to say.
Stop talking as if I said it. Mm-hmm. So when you say the family and the family's affected, I didn't disrespect the family. Showed up for the family when it happened. Made sure that the family felt supported. Made sure that all things there were actually cool. Behind the scenes, just as an example, you know the one person that I talked to, and I'm not even gonna tell you the conversation, Stephen Jackson.
Oh, I know he caught that.
That's because that's my nigga.
Yeah.
Hey, Stack, let me just call you, man, so I can explain to you like the world of the roast, X, Y, and Z. Mm-hmm. We talk. I get it, Kev.
Yeah, it was a joke. Hold on, Tia. Listen, I respect some of y'all opinions in the chat, man. Yo, but it is kind of weird. It is kind of weird. I understand everybody saying it's a joke because that's not their family member. They don't have nothing to do with it. That don't make a person soft for thinking it was a disrespect. I guarantee any one of y'all in this chat, if y'all mother just passed away and I just came out my face and said your mother's so fat, some of y'all in this chat will punch me in my mouth. Guarantee that. Because that affected you. This issue with Floyd is affecting his family. They feel violated. If it was your family, you would feel the same damn way too. You wouldn't be taking it as a joke. Go ahead, Tim.
That's what I mean when I say, hey, man, let me call the one person after. And that's before whatever you're talking about. Mm-hmm. That's immediate. Mm-hmm. Stack, hey, Tony threw one out there. It's this and this, but you do know that that's what this is a roast. But I just want you to know from my side, that man is on his own. Why you
ain't lead with that, Kev. You should have been leading with that the whole time.
Because I don't need to.
People just want to know you care.
I don't need to prove to people that I give a No, I don't.
Just this time. This one time.
No.
Yes, this one.
No. If you open that door, then that's the door that people expect all the time. Why the f do I need to do that?
I think it's because of how much the George Floyd situation affected so many people. I think I get what you're saying and how you stand on your business, and I respect you for that.
I'm not talking about business.
Another backtrack. You see, the backtracking makes me so annoyed. Nah, bro. I don't gotta do that. I'm not doing that ever. No, I'm not standing on business. No, I didn't say stand on business. All right, man. But y'all let me know. People is really upset at Kevin Hart. They're on social media in droves, calling him all type of names, calling him all type of sellouts. Y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, man? If you're still watching, I'm going to see you guys in this video right here somewhere on my screen where I break down how Ray J just ruined his career last night. It's completely over.
Yeah, it's mixed emotion. Some people obviously said because why they're trying to cancel Kevin Hart is because he, was laughing then at the joke. So that's the reason why they're trying to cancel him. I did put up a poll chat, said, is it over for Kevin Hart? 60-40 with 163 votes. And the answer is no. Chat, did y'all see Young M.A.? Young M.A. did come out and speak out for the first time in a good while. Remember when she had the house scare? That was brazy. The house scare was brazy.
Grocery store without your consent.
Yeah, that was weird. And it's crazy because we were seeing her and she was acting like she was on the phone. And the whole time she was recording.
You're oblivious to your surroundings.
What if I just ain't want to walk?
You were lazy that day, huh?
Yeah, I was lazy. Well, I was tired.
Because I thought that you stealing the motor ride. You going around the grocery store and get the scooter.
I do that now.
All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle, pay the price.
Club today is I am your host, Shannon Sharp. I'm also the proprietor of Club Shay Shay. Stopping by for conversation today is one of the most celebrated names in hip hop, one of rap's most successful independent artists with over 3 billion streams. She's gone quadruple platinum, a blockbuster rapper, a viral hit maker, a talented songwriter, a groundbreaking entertainer, global chart-topping lyricist, a household name and a cultural sensation and an entrepreneur. She's a relatable voice of the people and a defining voice of New York. She's received a proclamation from the city. From BK, New York, Brooklyn, that is. She's a queen with a K because she's also a king, too. Here she is, Young M.A.
My boy.
I hook you up. I did you right.
I like that. That was fine.
I appreciate your time.
Appreciate it.
If you don't mind, I'd like to start here. You had been dealing with some health issues. And if you don't mind, because maybe someone's going to watch this and they'll receive and do what you did and take a course of action and become better. So what happened to the best of your estimation?
As far as like just the situation at hand.
Yeah.
The lifestyle, you know what I mean? Just, a lot moving fast, dealing with personal things, you know what I mean? The music on top of everything, the fame. And then, you got, situations in your life that kind of like, tarnish you, like losing, somebody close to me.
Correct.
And, just a lot of stuff just start to, catch up to you. And, I got, stuck at a dead end at one point in my life. So, yeah.
Did this, you said the lifestyle, was this before you had started and it kind of accelerated because of the fame and because now all of a sudden you have money? Did it accelerate once you became famous or was something that started once you became famous?
I mean, it was always there. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It was always there. It was always, something we did turning up, but it got to a point where it became a consumption, and it was uncontrollable at one point. You know what I mean? And I didn't see that coming.
Right.
You know what I mean? It kind of scared me, kind of threw me off track a little bit. And I didn't know how to handle it. So, before it was just like a occasional thing, a turn up thing, you hanging with the bros. And then it became
we turn it up all the time.
Yeah.
It was like, when do we, if we keep turning on, when do we turn down?
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? It got to that point, but yeah, basically that. When do we turn down?
Right. How hard was it for you to change those habits? Because sometimes we get into a situation where we do something over and over and over again, and people don't realize how hard it is to change a habit, be it good or bad. A lot of times when you're a hard worker, it works because you're a hard worker. You do the same thing over and over, and you're good. Also, but when you're bad habits, those are also hard to change, and they might be even harder to change than the good habits.
Right. I think it kind of stemmed from slowing down.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Everything start to slow down, and now the consumption is kind of in your view.
Right.
You're not as busy. You know what I mean? Your mind is dwelling on things more.
Right.
And you know, it came to that point, and basically getting over it was it wasn't really a struggle to get over it.
Okay.
Because it wasn't nothing that I really wanted to do.
Right.
You know, it wasn't something like I gotta, you know what I mean? I gotta do this. It was just like a hill I was trying to get over at that point in my life, and I knew I was gonna get over it.
Okay.
You know, that was what I knew I was gonna do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And when I did, you know, I ain't look back, basically.
Was it a situation? Because a lot of times if we have bad habits, sometimes it's a situation that we make sure we don't put ourselves in that situation where the bad habits can arise. Sometimes it's the people that we're hanging around. Sometimes we have to cut people off because there are reasons some of the bad habits keep occurring, and we have to look like, damn, I sure hate to do this, but I've been around this person, and every time I'm around him or her, something bad goes wrong.
Yeah. And that's definitely a situation I think I was around, but I don't like to blame others.
Yes,
you know what I mean? It's really on me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm grown enough to make my decisions, so I can't really stem on that because I was the one making those choices. You understand? But yeah, man, just basically, you know, just getting past that situation and really focusing on, what I do best.
Right.
You know what I mean? It just got to that point. I had to get over I was too consumed in my personal life.
Yes.
And I'm that type of person too, at the same time, where I do separate the two.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like even on the internet, I don't bring nothing personal. A lot of people don't know a lot about me.
Right.
You know what I mean? When it comes to music, it's just music.
Right.
And that's what I try to keep it as. You know what I mean? And I got to a point where I kind of got pulled into the personal a little more than the music because the music was at a standstill. So, you know what I mean? But like far as the drinking in itself, it really caught up to me unexpectedly. Because it was a normal thing at first. And then too much consumption caught up to me. And then I didn't realize what I was really doing to my body.
Right.
Like like people don't understand that. Like when you used to something normally, like it's just a normal thing, because it never was like a habit.
Right.
It wasn't like but when it turned into that, it became scary.
Right.
And I didn't know that part. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said getting over it was something I wanted to do, because it was like, what is, I ain't used to this part. You know what I mean?
Well, who is that person? And I don't know, maybe you looked in the mirror and did a self-reflection or a self-check, but who is the person that pulled you aside and say, this ain't it?
God. God. Because I'm the type of person, I don't really seek help from people. Like I'm a self-healer.
Okay. I got myself into this. I'm gonna get myself,
I get myself out. Okay. Like I kind of blocked the world out.
Okay. Okay.
And that's exactly why you didn't see me so active in music.
Okay.
Because I knew I had to handle this before they see that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So yeah, basically that.
You know, sometimes it's the battles that people don't see that are the toughest for us to overcome. Because a lot of times if someone sees that you're going through something, they're going to cheer you on. Yeah. Because, you'll go to a football game and everybody cheering and everybody get right. You go to a sporting event and everybody cheering and everybody get angry. But you're suffering. You're dealing with this on your own. No one really knows what you're going through.
Right.
And sometimes we get in our own head. And the toughest battle to overcome is the one that we...
Yes, that we tell ourselves.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And God. I mean, it ain't really nothing else to, explain about that. It was just something that, I had to acknowledge. And once I acknowledged that was it for me.
You acknowledge, you dealt with it. And it's probably going to be something you'll have to deal with every single day. You'll wake up and have to make a conscious decision. Well, I want to be the best version of me. How has your life improved since you made that decision? Say, you know what? The that ain't gonna cut it moving forward?
Yeah, facts. Health.
Yeah. Health is wealth.
Health is wealth, man. You know what I mean? Fitness. And just the relationship with God.
Okay.
You know, a lot of people don't know the difference. It's like you can believe in God, but do you know how to have a relationship with him? You know what I'm saying? And I think that was like my crossover. It's like I believed in God.
Right.
I always put God first.
Correct.
But after this situation, I created a relationship.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? It's a different feeling. It's a different energy, motivation. You know what I'm saying? And it led me into, you know, just seeing like my mom's, for example, just, you know, she already lost a child.
Right.
So just imagine what that was for her. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that was also a reality check for me. It's like, I don't want to do this to my mom.
Right. And so you're like, okay, I made this decision. You said, were you religious growing up? Were you brought up in the church? Because you said, I believed in God, and you know, hey, I prayed for things, but I didn't have a relationship with God. And if you don't mind, can you explain to our viewers and listeners out there the difference between knowing who God is and now cultivating a relationship with God?
Yes, because I think it's when you go through something.
Yeah.
I think that's how that's created, because you can grow up going to church. You know what I mean? You got your grandmother or your mother or somebody just taking you because it's just a traditional thing. And you just know the surface of it.
Yeah.
But when you go through something, like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like you have to go through something.
You do.
You know, you can't explain that to somebody that never went through something.
Right.
Because it's still going to lay on the surface for them.
It's a situation. A lot of times we have success and we're like, oh, thank you, God, for this. But when you go through something and you have to say, Lord, have mercy.
Yeah.
Boy, it open your eyes, won't it?
Yes.
Because a lot of times when we have success, we really think it's us.
Yeah.
We really think it's us. But he said, you know what? I'll make you call on me.
And that's another thing. You know what's crazy is that I always put God first. Like,
Yes.
I never was this cocky artist.
Okay.
I've been humble my whole entire life, career, everything. You know what I mean? Like, my fans even know that. And I always put God first. But like now is like, that part is easy to say God did it because everything's good and gold and glitter. But when you at a low point and God pull you out of it, that's where you see the difference in, oh yeah, God did that. Yeah,
Nobody
he did
but
that,
him.
but God did that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's the difference right there. But
the regular season is a wrap and the NBA playoffs are finally here. And there's no better way to cash in on the high-flying hoops action than Prize Picks, a preferred partner of the NBA. Every bucket, every dime, every win means more when you're playing on Prize Picks. So don't pass up the next shot with Prize Picks and get $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. Do it live in the 2026 NBA Finals Sweepstakes Alert. Pick live squares during the NBA playoffs, and you could win a trip to the NBA Finals. To enter, just make a $5 lineup with at least one live player pick during any part of the 2026 NBA playoffs. Live player picks are picks made.
That's a fact, Leatherface. Amen.
Picks is simple to play. You know it's playoff season. It's been electric, and the Knicks have been super hot, and they're on fire. Jalen, Josh, Cat, more. Get in on the action at Prize Picks. Is now available in all 50 states, including California, Texas, Florida, and Georgia. Download the Prize Pick app today. Use code Shannon to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code Shannon to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, a preferred partner of the NBA. But there was a video. Your barber put a video out of you. You had the yellow eyes. And he caught some criticism.
Yeah.
When you saw that, were you upset with him? Because you said, I don't like to bring my personal to the internet. I don't want, if I'm gonna go through something, I'm gonna go through something.
Right.
My music is one thing, you have access to that, have at it. But what I'm going through personal, I don't want nobody to see that. And when you saw that, how did that make you feel?
All right, so let me explain that situation.
Okay.
Basically, when I did go there, he asked me, was he able to record me?
Yeah.
At that time, this was like around the time I first got out the hospital, probably a week after.
Right.
My mind, see, that's the difference is I can really go deep into this because I never talked about this.
Okay.
But the day I got out the hospital, I was already, my mind was ahead of, I didn't even look back.
Okay.
Like, it wasn't like I dwelled on what I
Right.
was going through.
Right.
My mind was, I got to get back to doing what I need to do.
Okay.
Because that's where I was at the whole time.
Okay.
I didn't think I was going to die. I wasn't scared. I wasn't afraid. Nothing. My mind, I already knew I was going to get out of it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So in my mind, is get back to the normal scheduled program. Let me go get a cut. It's been a month.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I went to the barber like I always do.
Right.
Went to the barber. Mind you, in my mind, I don't think I look like that.
All you see is you. You like, hey, I'm good.
I see the future.
Right.
I see what I'm about to do again.
Okay.
I didn't see me. I didn't see how I looked at that time. I felt like I looked like myself.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost scary to know, but I felt like maybe that happened for a reason. Like maybe it needed to be posted because I would have kept it to myself.
But don't you think that's kind of foul? He saw how you look.
I listen, when he posted it, he asked me, could he post it? That's why I reposted it.
But why would he even ask you that? Think about it. If your man came in here, you know he had gone through something. You see that he doesn't look the same. You know what he looked like before that happened to him. You wouldn't go to him and ask him, bro, you mind if I post this? Because he's not thinking. You weren't thinking, because like you said, you couldn't see. We're the last to see. We're the last to see. What the shell looks like outside. You know something was going on the inside.
Right.
Maybe they didn't.
Right.
But the surface level, they can see.
Right.
And for him, look, that's your boy, and I ain't trying to cause no thing. But for me, ain't no way in good conscience I could have done that, knowing, because I see, like, damn.
Yeah, your mind is like,
nah, hell nah. I don't want nobody to see my man's like this.
That's a fact. To send a picture of you in the
But you
works.
forgave him. You said we all good over here.
Yeah, man. I ain't even look at it like that. My mind was, you know what I mean? Like, even now, it was like, it was meant.
Wow.
You know, this ain't my day one mans. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, nah, this ain't one of my day one mans. It's just, one of the barber I was casually going to.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh, so that explains it.
Yeah,
because I don't think your day one would have done that, would have put you in that situation. But what about when the fan recorded you in the wheelchair at the grocery store without your consent?
Yeah, that was weird. That was weird. And it's crazy because we were seeing her and she was acting like she was on the phone. And the whole time she was recording.
That's what gets you in it.
Yeah, man. It's because you know what it is too. Like I be out.
You ain't paying. Hey, I'm going here for X.
Man, I'm going to get some food.
Yeah,
man.
I'm doing this. What I'm doing. You're oblivious to your surroundings.
What if I just ain't want to walk?
You was lazy that day, huh?
Yeah, I was lazy. Well, I was tired.
Let me find that you stealing the motor ride. You going around the grocery store in the scooter.
I do that now. But I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, everything. Like I said, bro, these things were supposed to be seen. I don't think it was meant to be hidden, and that's how I look at life. Like, you know what I mean?
Right. And then someone that you were seeing at the time, unfortunately, posted an old video of you actually in the hospital, the yellow eyes, the IVs. That had to hurt because, like I said, now that's a different situation. That's someone that you believed in, that y'all confided in, that y'all shared a lot of personal things.
Yeah.
And for her to do that, you had to feel some type of way.
Yeah, absolutely. I did it. It threw me off. It definitely did throw me off. But we did talk about that situation.
Right.
Behind the scenes. She apologized. We talked about it. It's something I don't really want to get too deep into because,
you moved on. You good with that?
Yeah, I moved on.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I can feel you with that. Yeah. But I think sometimes we want to tell our own story. Whatever, be it good, bad, or indifferent.
Yeah.
Allow me.
Yeah.
I don't need anybody to try to write this down for me because only I know what I went through.
Exactly. And it's something I speak about in the music too as well. So, like for instance, Open Scars, I speak about that on the album. Even in the video, I kind of show brief images of me in the hospital. But it's definitely something where, this is why I'm sitting here now. You know what I mean? You're the first one to even have this side.
Right.
But yeah.
Given everything that you've gone through up until now in this battle, does it make it more selective of who you trust? Because a lot of times we really don't know a person because we might think we know a person really, really well. And they've never shown a side that would cause you to believe that this person would do something like this.
Right.
And then all of a sudden you're like, damn, how did I miss the sign that there was a potential that you could do something like this? So have you become more selective in who you trust and who you deal with?
Yeah, because I've always been like that. So that's why it definitely threw me off because I've always been attentive to those type of things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And but yeah, absolutely. Like 10 times worse. You know what I mean? It's 10 times my radar.
Right.
You know what I mean?
The rehab, you've gone to rehab in the past. So let me ask you a question.
Nah.
You
I didn't go.
You didn't go?
No.
That was somebody put that out there, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I was attempting to, but I never did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you so you like to say I like to self-heal. I like to do things on my own because
So I'm gonna tell you that story.
Okay.
So I went there.
Okay.
Got dropped off there.
Yeah.
And then I looked around. Because in my mind, I didn't feel like rehab was what I needed because I didn't have an addiction.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like
right.
it wasn't no addiction for me. It was like something else is I need to heal from. Something else, is wrong that I need to change.
Okay.
It's not the addiction.
Okay.
So when I first get there and I go inside and basically sign up, I wasn't in there for not even 20 minutes.
Damn.
Yeah. I went in there.
Hey, you should have told him to just wait outside, cuz I'll be right back out.
Listen, damn near. So I went inside.
Okay.
I did meet this young lady. She was a fan.
Okay.
And she was like, "What you doing in here?" I said, "I don't know."
Sounds a good question.
Right. And she was telling me her situation. And I was like, damn. Like you would, you
you need to be there.
Yeah, you need to be there. You know what I'm saying? And then she's like basically like, yeah, it's more people. When I look around, I see like people that's like they not even like knowledgeable or aware of their surroundings. Like it's like you could tell they drugged up.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah.
And I seen that and I'm like, oh yeah, I don't belong here.
Right.
So I went to the front desk and told the lady, I said, I'm leaving. Like, I'm leaving. She's like, oh, you have to da-da-da. I said, I don't have to do nothing. So I called my people. I'm like, y'all come back and get me. I'm not staying here. And I got up out of there and went bowling after that. Yeah, man, it was crazy. Yeah, that was it.
That was it.
Yeah, that was it. That was it.
But you thought, and then you got around and looked, and I think you saw some of the people that were in there, and you like, I'm nothing like them.
Man, but I knew that too. I just did it for like my mom's.
Okay.
You know what I mean? She didn't really know what to do.
Right.
And it was really for that. But when I went in there, man, I said, man, let me heal myself. Let me get it together. But it's unfortunate that it took me going to the hospital to really change, that situation for me. It wasn't going to be rehab. You know what I mean? Rehab, it was almost like they threw a rug over the dirt.
They ain't clean it up.
They ain't clean it up. When I went to the hospital, I had nurses that was West Indian and, was praying for me.
Wow.
Yeah, it was different.
Yeah.
It was different with the hospital. Very supportive Black women. Like it was.
And that's what you needed.
Yes. Yes. And of course I had my mother.
Right.
But yeah.
Now, y'all know we're in the time of year. Mornings got a little chill to them. By the afternoon, man, it's hot. It's weather like this switches up on you out of nowhere. And you see, I love hot. I love my cars hot. I love my sneakers hot. I love my suits. Tailored, fitted, clean, hot. But let me tell you something. My underwear, nah, that's where I got to draw the line.
This dude trying to sell everything.
Underwear. I'm talking breathable, lightweight, moisture wicking. They keep you dry when the temperatures start acting different because there's nothing worse than feeling fresh on the outside and then boom, you're uncomfortable where it matters most. Feel like you're sitting in a sauna and you don't even have a membership. Tommy John is the solution to all of that with naturally breathable, stay cool fabrics that have up to 4 times more stretch than the competing brands. They stop sweat before it happens. And if you're still on the fence, let me tell you this, with your first purchase covered by Tommy John's best pair guarantee. So if you're not vibing with them, Tommy John will make it right. Look, with over 30 million pairs sold and counting, there are thousands of dudes out there that are cooler, comfortable, and living their better life than you. Don't get left behind this summer. I love my Tommy John underwear, and you will too. Tommy John Comfort Perfected. Go to TommyJohn.com today and save 25% off your first order with code SHAY. That's SHAY, SHAY. Don't short me now. You got to say it twice. In Open Scars, you said, without the Henny, I see everything clear now.
Mm-hmm.
So alcohol was you say don't like to use the term addiction, but that was your coping mechanism.
Yeah, man. That was my kryptonite. Yeah, and there was a lot of people was coming up with other drugs and stuff. I ain't never done no other drugs in my life. It was alcohol and a vape pen.
Right.
You know what I mean? I never even smoked a cigarette.
Yeah.
And some weed, I smoked weed.
Little weed.
Yeah, but all the other stuff I wanted to clear that too. I'm scared of drugs.
So they
yeah, man, they crazy. But
go ahead. I want you to finish this. Yeah.
I don't even remember what we just
okay. Because you said alcohol was what you used to cope and to deal with a lot of things. So how often were you drinking? Did you get up first thing in the morning and before breakfast or during breakfast? So how often during the course of a day would you say you drank?
It got to a point where it got bad. Before it was just turning up occasional. Right. It was the vibes.
Yeah.
It was we lit. Yeah. And I mean we did drink a lot, but it got to a point where it was every morning.
Yeah.
All day.
Well, I mean, was it a pint? Was it a fifth? Was it a half? Was it a gallon? I mean, how much would you say?
It was a bottle a day. It got to that point though.
Half a gallon?
Nah. It was a bottle. Yeah, it was a bottle.
Okay,
like the whole bottle.
So 750. Okay.
Yeah, 750. Yeah, 750.
By yourself?
Yeah. It got to a point. It wasn't the whole time.
Right.
It just got to a point. You know what it was?
What that?
It was the withdrawals I was scared of. The withdrawals was scary. I didn't know how to handle that.
Right.
I didn't know what that was.
Right.
So when I drunk, it calmed me down.
Right.
I didn't know what that was.
But you do realize you was throwing dirt over that rug. You was throwing that rug over that dirt that you were talking about earlier. Absolutely. So was it something you were dealing with personal?
Yes.
That you didn't really understand how I need to attack this head on.
Right.
That you was trying to mask. What were you running from? Was it relationship? Was it something in your personal life as far as family? Was it the music? What were you going through that said, man?
It was a little bit of all. It was, family. It was kind of me and my mother's relationship, relationships, friendships, and the music, of course. You know what I mean? I felt disconnected. I felt like, ever since, like 2020 hit, COVID time.
Right.
Everything kind of just went off track.
Right.
It was like, I don't know. I never been, and I didn't live where, I moved from my house. I didn't move, but I left my house and got another crib somewhere, but I still had my house in Jersey.
Right.
And then I moved to Georgia. And
so you in the A?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I moved to Georgia, but I was still back and forth.
Right.
But I had got a crib out there in Georgia, and it was kind of like the gang crib.
Yeah.
And that was one of my first mistakes.
Well, did you think hold on, dude, I'm from Brooklyn, I'm in Jersey. That ain't nothing but a short commute. I'm going way to Atlanta.
Nah, because I was in Atlanta a lot.
Okay.
I was always in Atlanta. So it was like, all right, I need to get a place here.
Okay.
I'm here too much. I'm Airbnb. Waste of money.
Okay.
So, and at that time, New York wasn't as productive. Atlanta was more open.
Yes.
And there was more opportunity in Atlanta.
Yeah. Okay.
So, I took my ways to Atlanta. And it was just, I went in the wrong way. I went in with that demon mindset.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I never did nothing like that. When I had my house in Jersey, I came with a different aura, energy, peace, more, in control. That's my house. But when I moved to Atlanta, I got like a little condo spot.
Yeah.
The bros come stay with me.
Yeah.
We about to turn this shit up. I came with a different mindset.
Right.
Came in with the drinking. And then, another thing too, I wound up getting into business with a liquor brand. So that really, I think that was definitely part of the reason why it really spiraled.
Right.
Because it became because music ain't as happening. So now I'm jumping into a liquor brand, and now that becomes the main attention for me. Yeah.
You from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Give me some of your favorite memories of growing up in Brooklyn.
Sheesh, man.
You don't have any good memories of Brooklyn?
Nah, there's a lot of good memories of Brooklyn. Sheesh, I was outside. I mean, being at the park, Lincoln Terrace Park with my cousins. You talking about as a kid?
Yeah.
Yeah, as a kid, summer camp, the park, on the block, manhunt, red light, green light, corner store. I mean, like.
So as a kid, what did you want to be? So when you grew up, so as a kid, you're 8,
Well,
9.
I also lived in Virginia too.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm surprised you don't got that on there. Yeah, I lived in Virginia for a minute. I grew up a lot in Virginia.
So what did you want to be when you were growing up? Be it in Brooklyn or Virginia, what did you want to be? What did you see for I
always wanted to be a rapper.
Always.
I was a tomboy though.
Okay.
I was playing football.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was the only girl on the football team. I got a picture too.
Yeah. So cheerleading wasn't in it for you.
Nah, hell. I don't know. I didn't even think about. Listen, man. This is something that stemmed in me so young that I didn't even understand it.
Right.
You know what I mean? I thought it was weird.
Right. So you always been one of the bros.
Nah, for real. For real. Yes. Always.
You so you and girl, you ain't want no dolls, you ain't want no easy makeup.
When my mom's got me dolls, I used to cut the hair off. And I used to try to make it to a boy, like some of them are boys.
So they gave you a Barbie, you turned him into Ken.
Yeah, man, because she ain't never give me the Ken. You know what I mean? She ain't never give me like boy toys, but I understand. So, you know,
right.
Her daughter. But but I wasn't really in the house. Like I was always outside.
Right.
I was playing football. I'm playing basketball. I'm outside.
You played with the guys. You wouldn't play with the
girls. I was
girls.
with the bros for sure. Yes, since a kid, since a little mini me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Your mom was Jamaican, and you said at one point
half
Jamaican.
Yeah, part Jamaican.
She part Jamaican and
black. She black.
Okay.
Yeah, my mom's black. Yeah.
And so growing up, what was your relationship like with your mom?
Oh, I love my mom.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my everything. You know what I mean? Growing up, my mom was thorough. My mom is real Brooklyn.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody know my mom for real. You know what I mean?
Was she tough on you?
My mom was like one of those parents where she was strict, but she was lenient at the same time. It was like she got us what we want, you know, but she still made sure we was punished when
you think
we had chores, you know what I mean? But nah, my mom's was like, I had the best childhood. Man.
Right.
Yes, absolutely.
Your dad was Puerto Rican.
Yeah, my dad Puerto Rican, yes.
Are Puerto Ricans black?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I mean...
Where I'm from in New York, Puerto Ricans is black.
Okay.
We all black.
Okay.
Yeah. Dominicans all like, yeah.
Unfortunately, your father's incarcerated. You still maintain a relationship with your father?
He's incarcerated, not now.
But I'm saying...
When he was?
Yeah.
My mom would take us to go see him every now and then when she could.
Mm-hmm.
But that's kind of all it was.
Right.
You know what I mean? He wasn't never like a father that was like, I don't want my child.
Right.
You know what I mean? He just couldn't be there because he was locked up for so many years. And, you know, when he did finally come out, you know, he tried to, but it wasn't like, you know, like full on.
Yeah, right.
He still had to adjust. So I don't take blame. Like I never was against my father.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's just like I knew my father had situations that, you know, unfortunately.
How were you when he went in? Do you remember
when he went in?
Yes.
I think I was like almost one.
Okay.
Yeah, I was a baby.
So you grew up with him being incarcerated?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you understand what that meant? Did your mom break it down to you and say, unfortunately, your father is not here, your father's incarcerated?
Yeah, we knew what it was.
Okay.
I'm a 90s baby, so that was like a normal thing back then, like daddy is somewhere, But nah, my one thing I could say about my mom, she was like, she never put his name down, even though the circumstances they went through.
Yes.
She never downed them. She, she always acknowledged us that he was our father. I mean, he was my father.
Do you guys currently have a relationship?
Yeah. I talk to my pops.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You don't hold that against him, that he was incarcerated and you didn't really like grow up with him in your life. And
right. I used to, like when I was a kid, sometimes I didn't understand, like when he did come out, I didn't understand like what was his duty, like as a father, like, are you really supposed to be a father? But I was so used to my mom playing both roles,
doing everything,
that it didn't really affect me. It just was like, I know you my dad, but we didn't have a relationship.
Okay.
Now, I'm older, so it's kind of like, that's pop. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
You mentioned earlier, you played tackle football with actual helmet and shoulder pads.
Yeah. Yeah, equipment. For sure.
So you got down like that, huh?
Yes.
What position you play?
I was running back. I was second string running back and wide receiver.
What?
Yeah. Number 86.
You catch a touchdown?
Yeah. Come on, man.
What about, do you play?
See, the only thing is too, it was my first year, so I didn't start.
Okay.
And I was a girl.
Right.
They was real skeptical about me even being on the team, but like all my bros and stuff was like telling the coach, like, no, coach, she can really play.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it got to that point, but I only played 1 year.
Right.
I wish I was able to play 2, but yeah.
Did you play, so you were on offense. Did you play defense? Did you want to tackle somebody?
I played defense too. I think I was better kind of on defense. I'm not gonna lie, because I used to play around the neighborhood.
Okay.
And we ain't play with no equipment. When you play in the neighborhood,
absolutely.
There's no equipment.
On concrete.
You know what I mean? Right there. Wow. So I ain't gonna lie. I hate to like really say what I was, because I was really nice. Like
you
for
like
a female, I was nice. Like I was nice. Like I would be the first person they pick on the team.
Damn. You like
for
that?
real. Nah, they'll tell you. For real.
So you like, so if I were to describe you on defense, you like
water?
Yeah, that's water. You like Ray Lewis, Ed Reed? I mean, you that type of defender?
Better.
What?
They ain't got nothing on me.
You see, now they do have a women's league where they they tackle and things like that. If they'd have had that when you grew up, would you have played?
Yeah. Yeah. I think I would have been into sports, either basketball. Basketball was like my second favorite, but football was like my go-to.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the bros played football, that's why you wanted to play football?
I thought I was a boy. Like, I really thought I was a boy.
Right.
I wouldn't care about the bros. In my mind, I was the bro. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, it was just in me. My brother, I got, my older brother.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you said you wanted to be just like him.
I wanted to be like my brother.
Right. And so, whether the situation, because your father was incarcerated, he was there, did you look at him as a father figure?
My brother?
Yes.
Kind of no, because he used to get on my nerves. My brother was, man, he was a big brother for sure. But me and my brother, like, we would fight.
Right.
Like, fight.
Yeah, you supposed to.
Physical fight.
Yeah, you supposed to. I mean, I'm trying to figure a situation where somebody was sibling and they didn't fight.
Yeah.
That's a rite of passage. You gotta fight. How much older is he than you?
3.5.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
I'm 3. My brother's 3 years older than me. My sister's 8 years older than me. I try to fight him.
Yeah.
I couldn't understand why I couldn't beat him though. Because it didn't dawn on me, bro, he's 3 years older than you. Your sister's 8 years older than you. It didn't dawn on me that I wasn't supposed to beat him.
Right.
I just look at you, my brother and sister. We got to do it.
We said, man.
You used to go at it.
Yes. But yeah.
Obviously, you knew you were a young lady growing up. How long did you man, I don't really have nothing in common with no chick. I ain't got nothing in common.
I'm forever, my whole life.
Really?
Yeah, because even when I used to be around my cousins and stuff, I was always the boyish cousin.
Right.
The boyish female.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was the aggressive female. I used to always kind of be mean. I was kind of a mean kid.
Damn.
Yeah. I was a little mean. I used to fight my cousins and beat them up sometimes. I was a little mean.
Right.
You know what I mean? I used to beat up boys in the neighborhood too.
Damn, you rocking like that?
Yeah, it was, you know what I mean? But I mean, you're a kid, so you don't know no better. But no, I don't know. I just never did. I didn't know what it was to be a girly-ish girl.
No.
Like I tried.
Right.
And when I got older, tried, but
it was too far.
Couldn't do it.
What did your mom say? Because did your mom know early on that, you know what? She different. I don't really see anything that makes me think that she wants to be a young lady.
Right.
The way, because like you said, you play tackle football, which really wasn't common. You probably hanging out with the guys, and you got, well, why don't you go hang out? Why don't you hang out with Susan and Jasmine? And you're like, I don't want to hang out with them.
My mom ain't never do that.
She didn't.
My mom never even tried to control my preference in anything. I never told her, what I
prefer to date, be with,
for a long time because I was scared. I didn't understand.
But don't you think she knew?
I think my mom knew. I think my mom knew. I think my mom just was waiting for me to tell her.
Yeah. You said your brother was grew up being a father figure, and it said you date the same type of women your older brother. You looked at his leg like,
I'm trying to think. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. My brother was wild, man. He was with. Sometimes he was
more outside of you.
Man, my brother was with anything, man. If I could tell him today, I'd be like, you had some dirt, bro. You had some dirt, man. Word, son. But yeah, man. Nah, me and my brother, we do not got the same taste.
Yeah.
I wish he was here for me to tell him that, man. Yeah, nah.
So how do you? Unfortunately, your brother was stabbed to death by a former friend.
Yeah.
How did that change you? Because you say you guys were, even though you fought as youngsters, you guys were close. Because that's what you don't realize it. Right. Me and my brother fought, but he wouldn't let nobody else do nothing to me.
Right.
Not talk sideways to me, and you definitely wasn't gonna bully me.
Right.
Not when he was around. And if you did something when he wasn't around, I'm telling.
I fought somebody for my brother.
You fought?
I fought this girl. I'm gonna tell you the story real quick. We was at the basketball court.
Okay.
And I don't know if she liked him. She probably had a crush on him.
Right.
Or whatever. Mind you, she's the same age as me.
Okay.
So he's noticing her kind of like, I guess she was cool. You know how girls bother you, but they like you?
Right.
So it was kind of in that sense. And I'm just, I'm bouncing the ball and I'm hearing what's going on behind me. It's a few of us. It's like a good 10 kids.
Okay.
We outside, just outside in the neighborhood. So I hear her and it's like she's saying little stuff, but she keep coming at him with it. And he like, yo, hey girl, leave me alone before I get my sister on you. Leave me alone before I get my sister on you. So I'm hearing it.
Yeah.
But see, like I'm calm. I'm not like a rowdy when I was fighting. Like I would calmly beat you up. You know what I mean? So it was like I'm playing the basketball, but I'm here, but I'm just observing.
Right.
Because I already know I'm gonna have to.
Right.
So that's already in my mind.
Right.
So I'm just bouncing the ball. I'm just waiting for my time. That's it. I'm shooting the ball. And then she just kept doing. Like 5 minutes later, he like, yo. He say my name. Come handle my light work. I just dropped the ball, walk up, just push her. Back then it was a push
first to see what you gonna do.
Touch your energy. Push. You know what I mean? She fake pushed me back. And that was it. Rocked her. Grabbed her, threw in the headlock, slammed her on the ground, started rocking her like this. She balled up in a little fetal position. She tried to kick me. Every spot, all the kids running in, like, oh, hit her. They telling her hit her for me. Because she was like one of them girls that
did a lot of talking.
Yeah, she did a lot of that. So like even her own peoples was telling me to hit her.
Damn.
It was like that. Yeah, it was like that's the type of relationship me and my brother had. We fought, but I'll somebody up for you.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So yeah, but that was a little, you know what I mean?
And so, did you have any more contact with that? You had no more problem with her. He didn't have any more problems than you had.
It was over for her. I remember she tried to come to the bus stop, and like I guess she had a black eye, so she tried to come to the bus stop, and you know what I mean, like fake kind of act like she was still tough, but I just ain't paying no mind. You know what I mean? 'Cause I'm like, you want
some more of this? I got some. I got some if you want it.
Yeah, man. But that those kids, man. Yeah.
Like I said, unfortunately, your brother lost his life. How did that change you? What did that do?
Man, it's literally like a separation of innocence to real life.
Yeah.
Like that very moment when I heard those words, like my whole outlook, spirit, everything just felt life all at once. Like I really knew what life was at that very moment. Like, nah, this is real.
Yes.
Like that little innocent girl who thought life was, you know, and see my brother
and
forever,
games and
fun and games, everybody. I never felt that before. Like, you know, like my mom, we lost like my grandmother husband, which was like a grandpa to me. You know what I'm saying? Like we lost somebody like that. And of course that bothered me as a kid. But I'm 17 at this time. Remember? So I'm aware of what life, you know what I mean?
Understand
I
what's
still
going
understand what's going on. So it was just like what you for, like y'all for real? Like this real.
Was it at night? Was it during the day?
No, it was, so when it happened, it was wee hours. It was after a party or something. Yeah. But when I found out, it's crazy because that night was so strange for me. And I remember I was with my father. I was going to the Bronx. And that's where he was staying at the time. We was going to the Bronx. And I remember for some reason that night felt so, I don't know, like fake. Mm-hmm. That particular night, it felt so fake. Me and him driving, and I remember the Jay-Z song playing. And live forever, forever, forever young. That song that Jay-Z, I think he resampled it or remade it. And I remember that song playing. This before I even found out anything, and I was so into that song at that moment. I never was, but for some reason that night it just felt so. I don't know. And we get back to the crib, and I remember my pops let me sleep in his room. He slept on the couch, and I remember I'm asleep. My sleep was off around the same time the situation must have been happening. It was like wee hours of the night. And I remember my father's phone kept going off because his phone was in the room, and I kept hearing it vibrate. And I seen it, and I see the name, and I see my mother calling. So in my mind, I'm like, why is she calling wee hours of the morning? Right. And I'm not paying it no mind. So I go back to sleep. And I was still hearing it, but I just went back into a sleep. Got up the next morning. He like, yo, my pop's coming. He like kind of wake me up. He like, yeah, your mother just left a message on my phone saying, hurry up and, you know, just come back to the house. Right. And they don't really want to give the bad news over the phone.
Correct.
So they like just come to the house. They said something with your brother. So at
that time, you don't know anything. You just something going on with your brother.
I knew.
You just felt.
I knew, yes. That very moment when he said that, I knew because my great grandmother called me like not too long after he said that. She called and was like, she was so emotional. Then she was throwing me off too because she was like, your uncle. Then she was like, no, your brother. She was in confusion. You know what I'm saying? Right. And my great grandmother don't do that. You know what I mean? Like my great grandmother don't call me like with that energy. Like that's how I know it's real. He ain't just hurt.
Right.
So she like, come back to the house. Just come back. I already knew what's up. So the whole time we in the car, that same feeling. Now it's daytime though.
But your father doesn't know anything either.
Nobody knows
he just coming back. Something's going on with his son.
He's taking me back to Brooklyn.
Okay.
Taking me back to Brooklyn to my grandmother's house, to my mother's house, where I was staying. And we get in there. My mom and my grandmother's gone. He died in PA, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
They already left to
go
for that. You know what I mean? My great grandmother is at the house with my little sister at the
right.
You know what I mean? And I come inside, and she's coming out the room, and she's like, "Come in here, come in the kitchen." When I tell you, that was like the longest walk to the kitchen, and I don't even want to say it. It's just like because it's gonna f me, but that's what she told me. She hugged me, and she just said, he's gone. And I don't even know.
You don't really a whole lot after that, huh?
I was just angry. I just went in the room. I remember going in the room and I punched the wall once, but I wanted to break the wall. So I kept punching it. And what stopped me is my little sister had came in the room and, you know, was seeing me, and my great grandmother went to go grab her. And that's what made me kind of stop, because my little sister, man, she's so innocent because she's little at the time. Right. She's a baby damn near. And she's like, Katora, I want to get on the computer. I'm like, get out of my face. Like I tweaked out on her. And I just went and sat on top of the step and I called my cousin. That was the first, because I couldn't call my mother. My mother wasn't picking up.
Right.
It was in the midst of that. And I called my cousin. And I know she's like a sibling to me. I called her and basically told her the news, and she didn't live too far from me. So I knew, like, at that situation, I couldn't stay where I was at, like at my house. I couldn't stay there. I had to go somewhere with somebody that I knew would understand, what I'm going through. I called her, and then I told her, I said, I'm about to hop in the cab and come to your house. And that's what I did at that house. And I remember, like, that whole day, I still ain't talked to my mom for that whole day.
Damn.
Yeah, I didn't even know what to talk to my mom about. You know what I mean? I was too in my zone, and I knew she was in her zone. And it was like, if we talk, we gonna explode. Down. You know what I mean? So I went to my cousin's house, and it was just so strange. Like, even I couldn't sleep. My dreams was like super vivid, but like I wasn't asleep, but I was. I don't know how to explain it. It was for a good couple weeks, because I had just started school. I had just started my senior year. My brother died September 26th. I just started school September. My senior year. I just started school. And when that happened, I had to be out of school for that whole October, for the whole month. And I went back to school. Everything was a blur that whole year. The rest of that year, I don't even remember, because Christmas, Thanksgiving, all that came up, and I don't even remember what I did those days. Damn. But yeah, that definitely changed my life. Yeah, forever. I don't even remember the innocence of my life anymore since that day.
Do you remember the young man that took his life? It was a former friend.
Yeah.
So what was it about?
To this day, I still don't think I fully know. People have their stories and theories, but you never know if he not here to say it, and I wasn't there to witness it.
Right.
People say, it was a argument they had, and that he was probably low-key jealous of him. My brother was a big guy for his age.
Okay.
My brother was only 20 at the time when he died, but he looked like he was damn near 30. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Beard. You know what I mean? He was big, tall. My brother was big for his age all my life. And my brother was a big kid.
Right.
And so he used to tell people he was older than the age
that he would actually were.
So he was very intimidating sometimes. And I think, I don't know if it was out of fear or if it was out of personal yeah.
Because they say that when you stab someone, that's personal, because you got to get up close to them.
Yeah, you got to get up close.
Sometimes when you use a firearm, I'm at a distance.
Exactly.
It's not personal.
Yeah.
But to walk up, to be up on somebody.
Yeah. So actually,
really close.
Yeah.
And
that's why I said I don't really even know what transpired for real.
Right.
There's a lot of stories, but I really don't know.
If you had an opportunity to talk to the person that took your brother's life, what would you ask him? Or you don't wish to have that conversation?
I couldn't even tell you, man. Back then, it wouldn't have been nothing to ask. I would have.
You want to do something to him?
Yeah, absolutely. No, absolutely. Absolutely.
Is he still incarcerated?
I believe so. It's been a while since I got an update. My brother's father side of the family kind of is more involved with that part, because it happened where they stay at.
Okay.
And I haven't been told he was released.
Right.
My mom would know, and they automatically supposed to know.
Right.
But I know, I'm not sure.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Your brother's passing, is that when you got into rap, to deal with the pain, to deal with the emotion of it? When did you start rapping?
Nah, way before.
You was rapping way before.
Yeah, way before my brother. Yeah, I've been writing. I've been with that pen since I was 9, 10.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, my brother was trying to rap too, but he couldn't fuck with me.
You like, nah, bro. You just cheer me on. Yeah. I got this.
we did like as kids, we did 2 songs together, man.
Right.
Yeah, I wish I had it on my MySpace and everything.
Yeah.
But Yeah.
His verse wasn't like that.
Chill. My brother, he wasn't lyrical like me.
Right.
I was real more detailed when it
Right,
came to that,
okay.
even as a kid. My brother was like, he was just like, you know, he could make a song. Like he was good on the hooks.
Right.
That's why I said we was like definitely
Okay, y'all could have did something. Yeah, okay,
for
okay.
real. Like we could have did something. He didn't care to be too lyrical.
Right.
You know what I mean? So yeah.
Your hit song, 474 million views on YouTube?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Trying to get that $500 million.
Hey, the old YouTube chain hit pretty good with all them views.
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
So, is that the reason why you never signed with a label? Because you saw, like, hold on, I don't need to sign with no label. Y'all taking half my money, taking all this. I can just do this on my own and keep all my bread.
I wasn't like against the labels. It wasn't never like against it or like for that matter. I just wanted to see what would they do after the song. Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that's easy.
Right.
It's already the train is already going.
Yeah.
But I need to know what's the follow up for me. Where's the power, the machine gonna be after the song.
Right. And
so
go ahead.
Yeah. So once I wasn't delivered that, then I said, I got to do this on my own. Then.
Right.
That was it.
And you were okay with that?
Yeah. It wasn't to me. I wasn't about money because that's really what was the conversation mostly about was money and radio and stuff like that. But I was already. Right. I was already kind of getting my little money from shows and stuff. And I already kind of had, radio relationships with people at the radio. So I was kind of building, underground.
Right.
And this record was just like my golden ticket. It was like, okay, bet. Like I'm gonna continue on this train.
Because you've already shown them proof of concept.
Yeah.
Y'all see
exactly.
y'all see
what I could do. Right.
Yes.
Exactly.
So what are we discussing? What are we talking about? Well, we don't know what you can do. We don't know if the people are gonna be you're gonna be relatable.
Yeah.
Bro, you hear the song? Here, put that song. Hey, my man, put that song on.
Yeah.
This it right here.
Yeah.
So what we talking about?
Yeah, man.
Come on now, make the money right.
It was just I think too, another thing with me is that I think I was kind of comfortable with the control I had.
Yes, okay. I see.
You know what I mean?
So looking back, if you could go back, would you stay independent or would you have signed with a label?
Stay independent.
You stay independent?
Yeah. I've been independent forever.
Right.
So
and that's all you know.
That's all I know.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I remember now it seemed to be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's becoming a thing.
Right.
Now. But I was on this
way
before. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I'm glad to see people, having that understanding of the opportunities that's available and accessible in 2026.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just off the social media itself.
Do you believe you've made more money being independent or with you had that machine? Because I hear a lot of I had a lot of artists on here. It say that machine.
I'm about to say I think if I had the machine and of course played it smart and made sure the contract was solidified the way it should be, I probably would have made more money.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it would have had to be that contract had to make sense.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't doubt that. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't about how much money for me, it's how long that money is coming in.
Right. Mm-hmm. See, you say, I own all this. I own 100% of this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not 20% of this.
Exactly.
So the money started coming in. What's your best? What was the first thing you got when that check came on in and you're like, ooh, damn.
A house. A house for sure. Yeah. Bought my house out.
Yeah.
Yeah. House and car. That was it.
Would you get a Rolls?
No, I got an Audi A7.
Okay.
That what's crazy? I manifested that car. I used to always speak about that car in my music.
Right.
And I got it.
Right.
Yeah. Audi A7. I'm not a big car person though.
Okay.
I'm not like, I don't have 100 cars.
Yeah. Seems like you're a big jewelry person though.
Not even.
What you mean not even?
This is my logo.
The whole grill. Look at the grill.
Logo. This is my logo. This is something these are my trophies. This is something that signifies, my success.
Yeah.
So I wear it like a trophy. I'm not, you know what I mean? I calm, rolling. I'm just like, I'm a settled person. I don't like the attention.
So let me ask you a question. When people see you for the very first time, tell me what you think they think. They think calm.
Yeah.
And I don't think they think that.
People think I'm humble. Cause I give humble when I speak to them. Yeah. I don't think none of my supporters know like I'm not that rapper.
Man, I see that big old chain. I see that big old Cuban that's iced out.
This is my trophy, man.
Yeah, I know.
This is a trophy.
Yeah, you wear the trophy. That's it. Normally the trophy.
I wear my brand. I wear my brand. It's my brand. Just like, ain't this your brand?
Yeah, it's my brand.
It's just not on your neck.
Yeah. That's my point. See, my trophies normally they on the mantle. I don't wear my trophy. And then you got these big. You got this in.
I mean, this is forever. Grills, and my earrings.
Right.
That's just like makeup.
Would you do anything different if you could go back and do? What are some of the things? Maybe you don't even want to do anything different, but if you could, what would you go back and do different?
In my career?
Yeah.
Probably slow down on the drinking. Yeah, I think the drinking became a lifestyle because Henny was so attached to my name because that's how I came out.
Right.
Talking about Hennessy.
Right.
You know what I mean? I kind of influenced that.
Right.
Bob.
Did they break bread with you?
No. That's why I regret it.
So you gave them a lot of free advertising.
Man, I did for sure. And we made that initiative to, set something up, but it
never materialized.
Nah.
It's kind of hard. And this is what I learned about the business. It's kind of hard to do something for, let's just say you want to promote a soft drink or you want to promote a car. It's kind of hard to get them after you've already gotten them millions of clicks and views because it's like, well, you did it for free. Why would we pay you?
Right. Exactly.
And that's how they think.
Yeah. And that's understandable.
Yes. Yeah. And so that's what I tell people. Why would you do something for free when someone to pay you for it?
Exactly.
That's how they think.
Right. That's why I was just like, I had to take that on the chin. There's nothing I could do about that. You know what I mean?
But you have advertised Google Pixel, Beats, by Dre, Pandora, Adidas, Fashion Nova. What do you learn most? Like doing deals now, in the space that you're in. What do you learn about advertising and marketing yourself?
I learned a lot with marketing. Just knowing how, even with controversy, knowing how to promote, and also like with me, like I still had this innocence that I still have to protect. Like I don't be all sloppy. Like it's deals that came to me about weed packs and stuff like that. I don't smoke weed often, so I'm not gonna just jump at any brand that don't signifies what I really do. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So,
you like to promote products that you actually use.
Right.
Because then it's easy.
Right.
You don't feel like I don't really need a whole
I can't
script.
fake it.
Yeah.
Like I can't fake it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So yeah.
50 Cent did a remix of Ooey.
He is the official remix. He didn't do the remix. He is the remix. Yeah. It's a lot of remixes, but that is the only official remix. Everything else was just what people just decided to do.
Right.
Yeah.
You like, hold on, I'm gonna need that check though. Y'all
what, 50?
No, not for 50. I'm sure 50 broke y'all.
I mean,
but I'm talking about everybody else that keep doing it.
It was crazy because everybody did it. It was a big viral thing. It was a lot of big artists that did it. Nicki Minaj did one. I think even Meek Mill in The Game, when they was beefing, he was using my beat to go back at each other. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. You
Beyonce did a birthday post to your
she
song.
did a birthday post.
And let you off you.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. That was big.
So when you got the call, BP when her people reached out and said, hey, X, Y, and Z, we'd like for you. So what were you thinking? I
mean, at that time, everything was coming my way. So it was definitely like, oh, okay, we going, like this is big. Like, but it's crazy because at that time when I did go to open, everything was a rush because I had another show right after. So I didn't even have time to linger around and even get to meet her.
Damn.
I met Jay-Z though.
Right.
I met
hey, Ho, what's up? Let's talk to you girl right quick later.
Yeah, I met Ho. So that's a blessing in itself.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Damn, you like, I ain't even get a chance. I ain't get a chance to holler.
I ain't even get to meet Beyonce, man.
Hold on, Kalani. You shot your shot?
Nah.
He said, I like them tatted. Me too, though. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Kalani.
Everybody think that was like me trying to shoot my shot. No, I'm just a witty rapper.
Right.
You know what I mean? I throw little bars in there.
Right.
And, you know, the first person I thought of that's a female that's super tatted was Kalani, and it went with the punchline. So, no, I never shot my shot. She cool, though. We cool. Like, Kalani is sturdy. Like, we even supposed to did a couple songs together. But no, I never shot my shot.
But do you find it now that, like, anytime someone see you talking to a female, let's just say for the sake of argument, you like, hey, how you doing, girl? Good to see you. People automatically try to put two and two together. Say, oh, yeah, they
did a lot. There's a lot of false information out there.
You like, well, damn, I mean, I might have been trying to shoot a shot, but y'all done blew the thing. Y'all,
Fuck me up, man. Fuck me up, man. It's over. I gotta move on. Nah, they was doing that a lot, man. They was doing that. Every female I came next to, if they had like a name, they tried to throw, I don't know, something in there, and I'd be like, oh man.
Damn. Cause you it was like that with Halle Berry. You gave Halle a hug, and it was like, well, damn.
Halle Berry.
That's a good looking woman.
That was a lot of people don't understand. Like, that's a different level of a woman. You know what I mean? Like that was
I don't know if y'all ever seen this woman in person.
Yes, beautiful.
But camera, a TV, movie don't do her justice.
Absolutely.
Don't do her justice.
Yes, and spirit is beautiful. You know what I mean? So when I met her, connection off rip, she just had such a good spirit, good energy, and beautiful, beautiful, beautiful person.
You have a celebrity crush?
No.
You're not into celebrity, huh?
I used to.
You want a regular, everyday young lady.
I'm in a relationship.
Oh, you in a relationship?
Yeah.
Is she normal?
Yeah. Yeah. She ain't no famous girl. No.
Become them famous. There's a lot of that internet. A lot of things come with that.
Yeah, and then I mean, I've dealt with most of the girls I've dealt with wasn't so famous.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't have a preference.
Is that by choice? Is that deliberate?
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't a preference for me to have to be with a girl that's famous or not famous. It's just what I'm attracted to, like what comes across. I don't care what you got going on sometimes.
But you did say you're tight, brown skin.
Of course.
Pretty brown eyes.
Hello.
Slim waist.
Hello.
But her hips are wide.
Hello.
Thick thighs.
Yes, sir.
She about 5'5", 5'6". Pretty, pretty. Sitting high, tight. Leg across what you say. So you want a lady. So when they say, they want you want like that right there.
Yeah. God, nah, you know what's crazy? Yeah, but I like them a little thug too, though. You gotta be sturdy with it. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta be able to fight with me.
Okay. Well, I'm saying we ain't gonna never butt heads because I don't want that.
I don't like a female that's too like ditzy,
too girly. You don't want that girly.
Yeah, you gonna get on my nerve.
Okay.
I'm too aggressive, and you might be too timid for me. Like definitely with how I move. You know what I mean? I need one thorough like me.
So in other words, it's gonna take a special type of woman to deal with you. Everybody can't handle you.
My girl right now from Compton.
Well, damn.
Yeah, so that's it.
That works.
That works. Brooklyn and
Compton, Brooklyn.
Yeah, see, you're
okay. Yeah. I feel you.
Exactly. I mean,
so how did you guys meet?
Through a friend of mine.
Okay.
Through a friend of mine, the natural way, like in person.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Ain't no more because they say what was I reading that there's like 80% of the people, guys have never asked a young lady out on a date. I would assume it's pretty the same for a young lady because back in the day, you actually meet somebody like, hey, how you doing? You meet them whether it be at the gym or wherever you meet somebody at. You would ask them. Now you got social media. You slide. Hey, what's up? You get hey, you put the emoji, the looking eyes, or you put hey, how
never,
you do?
Never in the DMs.
You ain't slid. You ain't never slid.
Never slid in no girl DMs and bagged her like that. Never.
So you still
slid in mine.
So you still old school. You go do it the old fashioned way. You go like, hey, what's up?
Yeah, if I happen to run into you or you hit me first, you gotta hit me first.
So when they slid in your DM?
Yeah, they slid in my DM.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was under the impression ain't nobody been in nobody DM, but they been in yours.
Mine. Yeah. And
you respond?
Absolutely. And that's when we meet. And I go from there. But I never slid in nobody DMs.
What's your favorite part of a woman? Is it the eyes? Is it the butt?
Physical?
Yes.
Eyes, because you see their soul.
The window pane.
Yeah. Yeah, the eyes is catching me. Of course, you got to be still a beautiful woman that got yourself together, but the eyes is what pulls me in first.
Yeah, because then I want people to stop. Oh, it's the personality. You don't know a person's personality until you get to meet them. You got to be physically attracted to the person.
Right.
And then, okay, hey, how you doing? I get an opportunity to sit down and talk to you and chat and carry on.
You know why I say it's the eyes?
Why?
Because that's how I would know if a girl is attracted to me. Because most women I've dated was straight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You flipped them?
I mean, I wouldn't say flip. See, that, a lot of people get that misconstrued.
Okay, help me out.
Women that I end up dating don't mean they just gay now.
Right.
No, they still like men. They just have they just attracted to me.
Okay.
And that's it. And after me, they move back on to men.
Damn.
That's it. You know what I mean? So a lot of people get that misconstrued.
Okay.
But that's how I know, because the eyes. I gotta see it in your eyes if you're attracted to me.
But it's not a thing where, do you know before you actually say anything?
The eyes.
Yeah. So it's not a situation
I gotta
where
look at you and I look at
they
you.
need to be gay or they need to be straight or X, Y, and Z.
I don't. I prefer straight.
Why you? Whoa! But you say you weren't going for that. You just said you weren't trying to flip nobody.
I'm not flipping them.
You flipping them if they straight. Hold on. If they straight, they've never been with a woman.
I'm a different type of person, though. I'm not like gay rapperish type. You know, I'm just me.
Yeah.
Just me that loves women.
Yeah, but happen to be gay. all that's true. Everything you said is absolute truth.
So I ain't flipping them though. I'm not.
What you doing?
That's me. That's up in here.
Are you cool if a lady has BBL? You cool with that?
It depends how it's constructed.
Yeah.
Like if it look natural, then I don't care.
Right.
But if it's too much, no.
Yeah.
So
you say you don't want them looking like an ant, huh?
Hell no. Nah. I'm not too impressed with body neither.
Yeah, okay.
Like you can, don't be too flat back there. Don't be SpongeBob back there. You know what I mean? Have a little bubble.
Right.
I don't need the exaggeration of an ass.
Right.
You know what I mean? Nice little plump breast, nice little shape. Keep yourself, tight, pretty face.
So you like them, you guys about to be the same height. So you like 5'5", 5'6".
Yeah, you gotta be shorter than me. Or my height.
You okay?
You cannot be taller than me. Oh my God. I don't even look your way.
But why? What if she got them eyes? She got them nice brown eyes. She got them
Pass it to the bro. It's my bro right here tall. Yeah,
no, I ain't feeling him. I'm feeling you. I'll let your girl know. What you trying to do?
I ain't gonna lie. I'll double. I'm good. I'll tell her no. I'll tell the girl no, man.
Really?
Yeah, man. I tell if I ain't jacking you, they know. My bros know I'm mean. Like I don't be caring too much. Like how people, dudes be, the bros, they better than me. If I ain't
feeling you,
I ain't feeling you. I ain't feeling you.
Okay.
That's it. I ain't about to, sugarcoat nothing.
I ain't finna waste my time. I ain't finna waste yours.
Yeah, go over there. That's it.
They're like, okay, look here. But you got a homegirl a little smaller than you. I'm trying to get at your homegirl. That's about 5'3", 5'4".
That's smaller than you, right? Come on, man. At least the same height,
right?
I mean? But yeah.
What's the message you're trying to convey in the new song? Tip the Surgeon.
See that one right there. So that's basically one of those. If you see the video, it's me showing women on the table, but they not actually getting no work done.
Okay.
It's like it's almost like a sculpting type of vibe and makeup done. It's like a makeover
right
type vibe. But I basically gave that perception that they was on the table. If you look at the video, I got the needle gun and all that, but that never happens.
Right.
The doctors that come in, they come in with makeup brushes and get the girls glamoured up.
Right.
And that was it.
Are you saying, look, you don't have to have surgery. You don't get to get cut on to be beautiful.
Right. So it's more of a metaphor. I knew Tip the Surgeon was gonna, draw people in, but it's basically a reverse type of statement.
Have you ever been with a man?
No. Never been with a man, but as a kid,
Yeah.
I had like little boyfriends.
Yeah.
But been with a man, no.
So so at what age did you like, you know what? I'm not interested in you. I'm interested in her.
Since I was in kindergarten, since I was little.
Damn, at that age.
Yes. I had my first attraction for this girl in my school when I was in kindergarten. And that's when I knew, like, it was the first time I think I ever seen a pretty girl my age. I still remember this day vividly. And it changed me from that moment because I didn't know what I was feeling.
Okay.
And I like that when I went home, I was scared because I didn't know what I was feeling to my moms and all that. Like, I was like, I didn't know what the gay was or female, like another female. I'm just this innocent little kid. And I just felt this way one day. And since then, it carried on. I was, you know what I mean? It was like, yeah.
You never told anybody that you had these feelings?
No, for a long time.
Who was the first person that you came out to?
Like friends and my girlfriend at the time. Yeah, because I you know what's crazy is that I had like little situations with girls where we had like a little fling like as a kid.
Right.
But nobody else knew.
Right.
It'd just be like little, like I don't know if you remember like this little game back in the day, like kids used to like open up the gate, who do you hate? And you point to them and like that's your date.
Yeah.
I used to do, you know, it was like little shit like that with females, and then we play house. And in house, I'm the daddy.
Right.
It's like little, you know, signs like that, but never came out and said anything until I got a little older.
Was the first person that you were with, was she straight or was she?
Nah, she was lesbian.
Okay.
Yeah, she was lesbian. From what I knew, she was, you know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah.
So let me ask you this. This is what, how do you feel like you said like earlier that, I date and they normally straight and then they might go back to them. Does that make you feel some type of way? If they've been with you and then they all of a sudden they turn around and like, I'm going back to a guy.
No, because they was with a guy before me. Now, if they was with women and then got with me and then went to dudes and I'm the last one.
Yeah. They gonna say you ruined it. They say young man ruined it.
Exactly.
We had a good thing over here and she ruined it.
Nah, I mean, nah. I don't feel no way about anybody that I'm not dealing with no more.
Really?
Yeah, no.
You ain't never spun the block?
Nah.
Damn. It must be like that then. You ain't spin the block. Nah. You gotta spin the block at least once.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's really spun the block. It was like still kind of fresh to break up.
Yeah.
And then we got back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like to be broken up, move on,
and then come back?
Nah.
Too much time has passed for that.
Yeah, I move on fast too. Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm an Aries, bro. Yeah,
y'all be on some bull jive.
Man, we do.
You know, see, the body you know it. You know,
I know. I'll be honest. I honestly know, man. I gotta admit it.
You ever been heartbroken?
In a relationship?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can admit that. But then I move on fast. That's why it's like, yo, was I ever really heartbroken?
Yeah.
Because I move on.
Did you hear Victoria Monet? She's like, man, I date women, but they be doing me so bad. She said they be doing.
Is she
she said it's worse than dating them. I think her quotes was like here: dating women has been worse than dating men. Girls do me so dirty, often more dirty than men, and that women only approach her for sexual relations.
Yeah, I don't know what she got going on.
I mean,
that sounds like she got something.
You need to holler at her. Tell her what you know. Hey, so what's going on? Tell me how when they approach you or when you approach them.
If I holler at her, I'm gonna hurt her too.
God damn!
She don't want no nothing over here. I'm a problem.
You're supposed to be helping.
I'm gonna make it worse.
Oh Lord, do not talk. Do not ask me any advice.
Don't.
She ain't got nothing for you.
Ain't got nothing.
Damn. So you know what? You know the saying is like women are more toxic. I'm starting to see that now. As I sit across from you,
it is more toxic.
Damn.
You gonna hear one of the songs on here? Yeah. Hello.
You toxic?
Yes. Not no more though. Not no more. Not no more.
Not any less either though. You talking about not no more, not even less either.
Nah, not no more. I think I'm still thorough.
Mhm.
I'm thorough, you know what I mean? But like toxic is when you like, I'm like my energy, I'm older now, so like my energy for stuff ain't like I can't deal with it. Like it's just like I'm more like chill. Before I turn up, you know what I mean? Like it's like, man, I'm over here with it, and I go back there with it. Like, come here, you good. Like that's too much to be doing now. Like I'm
that ain't you no more.
Nah. I'm settled. Settled in my ways. Yeah, I'm settled.
Apologize. And Karma Cries, you said, I just want to call your phone and apologize, but my pride got me colder than some Haagen-Dazs. I can't cry. But you know it's tears behind my eyes. And honestly, I had a lot of truth behind them lies.
Yeah.
Is it hard to apologize?
No. Definitely if I know I'm wrong. I'd always take accountability. I've never been afraid of accountability.
Yeah, see, you a guy. Women don't be want to take no accountability. you know.
That's true.
Y'all want to take no accountability.
Women don't. The women I've dealt with don't. Even my mama don't. Love you, ma. But yeah, that's true.
Why is it so hard for women to apologize? Did you say I was wrong? Because a lot of times guys will apologize even if we're not wrong, just to keep the peace and to keep it moving. Because you're not gonna stop. So you know what? You're right. You're right. I shouldn't have said that. I was well within my right to say it. I was absolutely right. But you know what? You're right.
Because we be over it. Women can't get over it. And
Why?
I know I'm a woman, but I don't be feeling like it. I'll be over it, man. I be like, come on. I'm sorry. Let's move on. But you know that it sting women. You know what I mean? It sting them, and it's like that when it's almost like a woman feel like if she apologizes, it's like she feel like you got one over her. It's like it's some type of.
But it's okay to admit you're wrong. It is okay.
I don't know. I don't know. Because I take accountability. You know what I mean? So yeah. I can't say what that woman feels.
Right.
To even, I don't know.
She feel like she right?
Yeah.
Even though she dead. Even though she dead ass.
Basically. I guess.
You want to get married?
Yeah. But not on papers.
You do realize you're going to have to soften your stance, right?
What you mean?
You know, that shell, that exterior that you have, you're going to have to soften that up. And you do realize that in a relationship, you know, every day you go to bed one person, you wake up as another. You go to bed as a person, wake up as somebody else. She goes to bed as somebody else, wake up as someone else. Are y'all guys willing to change and adapt together? Or are you saying, because you get this all the time, you ain't the same person that I met. Bro, I was 5 years ago. That was 10 years ago. Hell no, nobody should be the exact same person 5 years, 10 years, 15 years as they were then. If you are.
Right. I would say, when I'm ready, I will. When I'm ready. But I'm not rushing it.
I mean, what you waiting on?
I don't know.
Wait, so you hear this a lot. I date with intent. My intent is to be with this forever person. Oh, you smiling?
Nah, see, I've learned a lot with relationships.
Okay.
And you know why I say that? Because I'm in a relationship with the same person that put that, that video out.
Really?
Yes. And the conversation we had was needed. When we first got together, I was at a real bad state. You know what I mean? I really didn't have nobody.
Right.
And when she came into my life, she pretty much took care of me.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
So this was the fan that shot you in
the fan?
In the hospital.
Yeah.
That's the one that you're with, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And a lot of people, wasn't around to see what was going on with me because I kind of secluded myself.
Okay.
And I was at a real low state because of the alcohol. I was real sick. And I didn't really know this girl for real. We met probably a couple weeks before I really got bad.
Okay.
And, she stayed around. She didn't really know me. She would drive 30 minutes from where she was staying at her house to my house and stay with me the whole day. And she would have to take her son to school that morning and then come right back to me. She was cooking for me. She was really nurturing me. You know what I mean? I was like, that was somebody I was confined in.
Right.
You know what I mean? And, but she, she was telling me a lot, like, you need to stop drinking. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's getting scary. She tried to stop me, but when you in it, it's hard. Yeah, it's hard. You know what I mean? And, so when that situation transpired and how it happened, a lot of people don't know, what led into that situation. We had I don't really like to go too much in detail because it's really like a lot of stuff. People really go through this.
Yes.
It's just not advertised.
It's not public.
It's not public. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So, this is somebody I love and I know she loved me. And, since that situation when we really broke down and we talked and cried and apologized and talked about this, because it's a lot that came, like a lot people just don't know, like even with certain people that kind of stung the situation. Cause my relationship is never public. So nobody knows. So when they seen that, it's like, what the, you know what I mean? Who this bitch, da, 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 da. And, of course that threw me off that she put it out. Even though I was already gonna kind of show that.
But you want to do it on your timeline.
I wanted to do it on my time. You know what I mean? And that's what bothered me is like, damn, you did that out of spite. That's not, you know what I mean? Like, since when was that, your character? You know what I mean? So anyway, we sat down with each other personally and, it was a lot of tears, a lot of, things said that was needed. And, we kind of casually worked it out and, casually dated throughout that time just to see. And, because before that, like she's really been there for me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she's been a good girl. She
Right.
don't go out, cheating and all in niggas' face all day. You know what I mean? She's really a good girl. You know what I mean? She take care of her kid, take care of mom. You know what I mean? So I always held that part,
right,
of her. And so it just got to a point where, I'm older now and I try to like forgive. You know what I mean? Like I said, that having that relationship with God changed how I see people sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And when we got through it and I prayed so much, I just felt like God was just showing me a lot with who needs to be in my life and who don't. And I think this situation right here woke us both up. Because since then, we've been actually closer.
Wow.